Hey now, many people are talking about leasing, but how about leasing with fairlease.org? That is where we know hundreds of our listeners have gone, if not thousands by now. And one of those listeners, Brandon Aubrey, is now leasing a vehicle at fairlease.org. Why would that be, Jake?
That would be because he's a cool dude and wants to work with cool people who treat people like Dumb Zone listeners fairly. But truth is, they'll treat everyone fairly because they're backed by the Credit Union of Texas. That's a big part of their operation out there. It means that they're not just in it to make a quick buck. They're folding that profit back into the community. That's how they can give you better rates. That's how they can work with you if you have financial issues that look a little less than clean. They can also help you if you're in the commercial game. So if you need vehicles for your business, like Travis at Community or the guys at Puddle Pools, Fair Lease has got you covered. Call 972-705-4815 or go to fairlease.org.
Fair Lease when you don't know what to do about a car, 'cause car stuff is hard. But not with Fair Lease. You don't need a dealership, baby.
Hello, friends. Happy Monday. Today, we are not broadcasting live to tape from our downtown Dallas studio, which is, of course, the Game Day Men's Health Studio, gameday.dumbzone.com. Nope. We're high atop my garage. The CEO is here. And my name is Dan McDowell.
My name is Jake Kemp.
Hi, I'm Blake Jones.
Foodie CK is here as well. Intern Henry is here. Like I said, the HR director and the CEO are here, napping. As we were taught during COVID. That's what we call our pets. In fact, it may be haircut day for the CEO and the HR director. They always get their haircut on the same day. Go to the bathroom at the same time. They're really weird. They're
like the
that.
Sedines.
Yeah, they hump each other.
They're very much like the Sedine. I've realized my life has become not only just remembering, hey, when's the last time that the two dogs are old. They're in their teens. Both of them. Maybe one's 12. The point is, all I do is worry about, are they going to go to the bathroom in the house? Because that'll happen on you. And so I got to lock in my head, when are they going? When is the last time they went? Not only just when, but what was what did each of them do? And then I will communicate this back and forth with my wife, and that's about the only thing her and I talk about anymore on a regular basis. Kip and Bodie went out. Kip went number 2. Bodie didn't. So just be aware of that. If you're taking him out, okay. So like walk him a little extra long. He's got something in there.
Jake, is this just people past having kids that just need this kind of dialogue?
Yes, this is.
Well, I don't need any dialogue, but
a pet theory, no pun intended here, because I see this with my dad, and Dan has pointed this out over the years. When you're in your 20s, you start dating and you get serious in a relationship, you get a kid, you get a dog or an animal before you get a kid. It's the proving ground, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But as I'm witnessing in my life, at some point, meaning usually the woman, is ready for the dog to be gone because now we're doing the kids. But on the other end of that, when you get old, just like how we talk about like old people revert back to being babies, old people revert back to the dog that they had before they had the kids. And then they let that dog dictate the terms of their tempo and their vacations. And think about it. What does Blake know about Killer? Well, he talks to his wife about his kid's poop.
Yeah.
Well, what does Dan do now? He just talks to his wife about his dog's poop.
Right.
It's just what it becomes. Yeah, it's, I'd love to bring my mom came down here for a week. Had I offered my dad, he would have been like, dogs.
Yep.
Got the dogs.
Like he won't go out of town because of the dogs?
Exactly.
Okay.
And he'll do maybe one a year, and that's only because, they've got somebody that'll watch them for a week. But it's crazy.
Mm. Yeah, anyway. You're still in Hawaii?
I am. Here. I miss you guys dearly. No, I'll be back. We leave tomorrow night, Tuesday night, super late, and then we land at Wednesday at DFW at 3. And, I'm looking forward to it because I miss you guys. I miss normalcy. But I also realize that usually I'm on vacation around this week in my life over the last 15 years. And I know what that plane door opening up in DFW in July feels like.
Oh, yeah, it'll punch you in the face.
Yeah.
Dude, my mom texted me and was just like, I almost fainted. You forget. It's 100 all the time. All the time. But no, yeah, it's good times down here. I'm excited to see you guys.
There's a lot on the sports plate, oddly enough, even though isn't this one of the worst sports days of the year, supposedly? The day before the Major League Baseball All-Star Game? Didn't the WNBA kind of used to have like their championship or one of their drafts on this day? Didn't they used to work something around this? Like, hey, we noticed there's
Super Monday.
One day, yeah, I don't know.
You might have Commissioner's Cup soon. I can't remember.
What's that?
It's their NBA Cup.
They have one of those too? Hey, the NBA has something that kind of sucks. What if we do that?
I think they started it.
Oh, really?
I think they were doing it before the NBA was.
The MNBA?
The MNBA, yeah.
Stole
it all comes from Europe, but I just love the idea of the WNBA doing a Commissioner's Cup when I'm not sure there's anybody that's being dunked on more than their commissioner right now. That lady sucks. You know about that old deal?
Engelhart?
Engelbert, yeah. I think
Engelbert or Hart?
You know.
You don't know.
I thought it was Bert.
Okay.
Well, she was supposed to be on Dan Patrick's show, the sports Dan Patrick show the other day.
Yeah.
And she bailed, which I don't know. You just don't do. I've never heard of Roger Goodell or any of these guys being on like booked with a national program in 15 minutes more being like, I'm not going to do this because I don't like that you're not guaranteeing the line of questioning to me.
Was that the reasoning?
That's the yeah. I mean,
she kind of wanted to know what were the questions ahead of time. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and Dan Patrick like lit her up, dude.
How many
lit her up?
How many guests have we said no thanks after needing to send in questions?
Well, any of them, just about, right?
There's a couple in mind where it's like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Oh, you need the 10 questions we're gonna ask written ahead of time? No thanks. Had something come up.
Yeah, no, they could just go to calls or something instead of Kathy Engelbert, right? No, that's kind of funny. Yeah,
You went to calls.
She's been dunked on before though too.
Oh yeah, she sucks. She's terrible. She's not good at her job. But it turns out the older you get, you learn a lot about failing up.
Yeah. So anyway,
golf either.
we're not going to be doing that. Why did we start talking about her? I just want to say there's a lot of sports stuff, despite the fact that
Commissioner's Cup was a couple weeks ago, by the way. That's what started this. The Liberty, New York Liberty.
Okay, just like the Knicks won the NBA Cup this year.
Synergy. They're synced up.
Did you know that?
Ooh.
Did you know the Knicks won the NBA Cup?
Oh, yeah.
You should have known it because
you said it.
The NBA Cup was a preview of the finals. It was the Knicks versus the Spurs.
How about that?
Isn't that insane?
Just the craziest.
And the Knicks felt that was a pretty big deal just because the LeBron had won the first ever NBA Cup. And so people are just striving to get, like, is he as good as LeBron? That's what people say.
I don't think we talked enough about, when we were talking LeBron, about
more of those
Dallas,
titles.
You got Macau, oil. You know, remember how he said that he talked to all but 2 teams, and one of them's the Lakers, but the other one was the Knicks, right? And he said something like, I mean, listen, had the Knicks not won that title last week, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. LeBron's a Knick. It's like, Really?
Like they
he
would
had
have been
already
like-
done the he's going to call Jalen Brunson. He's going to take a little bit of a lesser role. This team just won the goddamn championship. Why would they? In what world would they need LeBron at all?
Well, if he's
Like, but-
saying if they didn't win,
Right.
They
well,
would have
okay,
taken
they still would have
LeBron.
been in the. But they were pretty good, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but
yeah,
you
they were
might
the
have
worst
taken-
team.
but I mean that's a lot of the talk in Cleveland is like, well, LeBron could put them over the top. The wealth of experience that he has and knowing what it takes and all that kind of stuff.
And I get that, but that's also Cleveland, so they're trying to find ways to backsell them into this is a good idea. The Knicks have no such reason to do that.
But
Like-
if they didn't win, if they got bounced in the first round, they might have a reason to do that, and that's why LeBron is built different because he wants to bring a champion. Like Kevin Durant's like, hey, you won the championship last year. What if I join you now? LeBron's like,
That's a fair point.
I won't go because you won the championship, not because you
That's a
also
fair
don't
point.
want me. But it's
we'll never get that far.
yeah, that would have been kind of epic if he went to New York and brought them a championship. But he didn't. Jalen Brunson did. Anyway, let's do a weekend check, and it'll be brought to us by Plum Quick, our plumber, a residential and commercial plumbing company as well. I saw that Plum Quick, they're already doing some business with some of our other companies that we work with here on the Dumb Zone, Community Mechanical and Qualis Roofing and Nate with Silverback Construction. Anyway, fast, reliable plumbing. Let's see. You forwarded me an email, didn't you, Blake? Somebody emailed us last week saying, heard the Plum Quick guys on our show, gave them a call like that night. They showed up the next morning. So right away, trust matters in plumbing. These guys are great. They have a dedicated number just for us. If you would like to call this number, 469-331-3669.
Hey,
Do you think they did that on purpose for us?
gotta be. There's two
Plum
6-9s in there.
plumquickcompany.com. And they have the Plum Quick Home Membership, which gives you an annual whole home plumbing inspection, a standard tank water heater flush, one drain cleaning per year, one camera inspection per year, priority scheduling, and they waive your service fee. So check them out. It is Plum Quick, our newest sponsor here on the Dumb Zone. I will start weekend check. My wife is out of town. As you guys know,
man.
she went to a gay wedding.
Did we know that?
No, we didn't know that.
I think I told you a while back she was going to be going to a wedding of a boy
Yeah.
and another boy.
Yeah, but is this a controversial one or no?
I don't think
Is there
it's.
somebody who used to hit from the other? Well, never mind. I don't know. It's
Yeah, I don't know.
okay.
They were probably.
I feel like you were asking at some point about like somebody and something else and like how do you do this or that, but there's a great Key and Peele sketch on a gay wedding if you've never seen it.
I've seen every Key and Peele, so I'm sure I have. But the point is, I didn't have to go. It's in Cleveland.
Did she even ask?
No.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's like her old roommate's son. It's like they're in their young 20s. These two men.
Good for them.
Yeah, whatever. Do your thing. The point is, do whatever it is that you can invite my wife to from out of town.
Sure. Could be a Klan rally.
If you can get her to go. Anyway, the best thing of all, like I hadn't talked to her since she left, which you think that's the best thing of all. Well, so then I felt like, you know what? Maybe I'll just give her a ring. It was like Sunday afternoon, and I got the voicemail, which is like total freedom. It's like, wait, now she has the illusion that I wanted to talk to her because she sees the call.
Sure.
And I could be like, oh, man, missed you so much that that's why I was calling. I was jonesing to just talk to you. And you know what, though? Perhaps she's actually sitting there staring at it and sent it to voice. Whatever.
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
fine with that. We all won. We all won is the point. And then she didn't return the call. Like, she never returned the call. But she didn't even return it with a text. And it was like 3 or 4 hours. And now I don't know if you guys are like this. But this is the relationship I have with my wife. And it's because she was traveling back to Cleveland. That's where we're from. We have some friends. I have some friends who are married to, like, her friends. But we don't always, there's no real mixing. It's a weird thing. But she hadn't called back for a while, and I'm like, man, she must be pissed at me. Like, what did one of her friends tell her that I said or did? Like, it's happened before.
That feels good to know that never goes away. Yeah.
Like,
that's
oh,
good. You're like the most
blah, blah, blah
basic.
told
like,
me
what are
that Bill
doing?
said you. Bill said you were at that you went to Twister on Mother's Day. Was that the Mother's Day that I said that I wanted you to come over to my mom's house?
I know not all of your, or maybe a bunch of your guys from back home listen, but there's also the chance that someone's like, did you hear what Dan said on the Dumb Zone?
Oh, yeah.
She's
I
like,
can't believe
"What?"
that you didn't let him turn the temperature up or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Dangerous.
Anyway, but then
instead
she
was
eventually
actually
did
just
text.
getting-
It was just a nice
getting
text.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Oh,
gonna
like she
go
was
with.
having some sex?
Yeah, which you'd be all for, I would imagine.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's like that's a version of adult film, like wife ignores husband's call or something.
Just-
yeah.
Yeah, returns.
How about
home.
wife on phone while... That's one of my favorites.
The Twiggy, where she's watching TV.
Yeah, no, if you can get that car started, have at it. You can work on that car and get it started up.
Just real quick,
In fact,
speaking
if
of
you
the
want to take it off
voicemail-
my hands,
Right. The second you
Low,
take it
low
off a lot,
price.
it appreciates. Dan and I are like Cro-Magnons, so we're amazed by the fact that when we call each other, if we don't answer in time, you can still pick up during the voicemail now. Like, oh, wow,
Oh,
that's cool.
I'll let Jake's voicemail run for a little while, knowing
may
he
pick
might
up.
be rushing to the phone.
Bro, when you call your wife, how quick do you hang up when the voicemail starts? You're like, she didn't answer. Oh, well, guess I missed her this time.
you count the rings.
Yeah, you might do
4
2 or
rings.
3 rings. Yeah, like
Wow.
3 rings up.
That, friends, is an official game in the rule book.
That's
Yeah.
right. 4.5 innings at home. You know the difference between home and road. So she's gone, and clearly I love when she's gone. We all do. But it's not because I love then having a bunch of people over and getting wasted and all that kind of stuff. Like, I probably went to bed earlier with her gone. Just because I could get everything done. I Marie Kondoed my kitchen pantry. I cleaned it out. Expiration dates, 2019? Out. Like, anything. The thing is half full or half empty now, depending on if you're a pessimist. But also, she will keep something a long way, and she'll argue with me, like, how do they know the expiration date? What did they... Did they make the cracker and then, like, wait 4 years and then eat one and see, like...
That's like a early anti-vax type thing. Like, what do they know? And honestly, the truth is, like with a lot of that stuff, it's probably just liability.
Like
they're
milk, you
covering
kinda
the
know.
most extreme.
You do
Yeah.
feel the milk is bad, but... Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Just kind of cleaned up. Did my own thing. Watching the Louis C.K. new comedy special dropped.
Nice.
So it just sucks. Cancel culture where people just can never work again. But Louis is doing fine. Clayton?
Yeah, real quick.
Oh, sorry.
well, do I want to stop on that? No, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Clayton. My bad. I'm excited to hear your weekend check.
We had a nostalgia weekend. Backyard baseball, the game from the 90s, 97 to be
nice.
exact, is back. And all our familiar faces are back in the league.
Jake, did this hit you?
No, dude. I actually found out so I've seen the images, like the little kid. I've seen it forever, but I guess it missed me. But Clayton and I are closer in age than you and I are. But honest to God truth, I found out about what this was this year listening to Jared on the radio. Like Jared made a reference to Chuck Morgan about some name of a video game character, and I had to look it up, and I'm like, how did I completely miss this?
Yeah, this was huge, obviously to
Oh,
my era. As
What system was it on?
it was on PC.
It was a PC game.
Ah,
So
okay.
you're
Well,
old-
yeah. I mean, I could not have called you guys a slur fast enough for playing video games on a computer.
Well, yeah. So like this was on your parents' busted ass computer, and I remember getting the CD for it.
Yeah, we had the full CD, and there was like a whole series. There was backyard football. I think there was basketball. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
I
they
just
did-
played football and baseball.
They did most of the sports, but the kids stayed the same. The baseball was the OG, and that was the best,
Yeah,
far and away.
because you had the base characters, and then you could have the guys like Daryl Strawberry, Jose Canseco.
Dude, I used to mow people down with Randy Johnson.
Oh yeah, you could have Randy tall ass Randy Johnson.
A-Rod, I think.
For the Mariners, A-Rod. That's how old. Like this is old.
Yeah, this was a staple for a lot of people my age growing up.
But they've modernized it. So now we have to get the pro players. Got to do a little micro purchasing.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
So I might need.
Are you telling me Pablo Sanchez is a girl now?
No, Pablo Sanchez is still.
no, he said transactions, not
Yeah.
transitions.
Oh, well, he said we modernized it, so I didn't know if he was.
Yeah, they
No.
use pronouns for everybody.
No,
But,
you do need to enlist Blake's help on getting microtransactions.
I know,
banned. We
I
can
need
follow
Blake
up
on this
that
wall.
later,
Go
but
ahead. Yeah.
backyard
he won't
baseball
say it.
don't play.
But yeah, he fought the good fight. But they I was playing it and I just I was fully flashback into like staying up late with the boys over at the house because yes, we had a busted old PC that we got from somebody that just had one and dial up internet times and all that. But Pablo Sanchez is still the GOAT. It took me about 2 at-bats to figure out his sweet spot, and everything was a home run from there. And they kept Kenny Kawagachi in there, who's the little Japanese guy with the wheelchair.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
they. This was what 90s. So,
7 is when it first came out.
Yeah, obviously Pablo Sanchez, little Mexican kid. You got your hick country kid, wheelchair kid, Asian. It's all the stereotypes. And the Asian kid's a slap hitter. It's
Yeah,
That's
got
great.
wheels.
I love the developers move of just like, we could really kill 2 birds with one
Yeah.
stone here. Put the Japanese kid in a wheelchair.
the girl doesn't throw
And,
very hard.
No, Keisha Phillips mashes though.
Yeah, she could hit.
She hits.
But no,
Yeah,
that's cool.
I am excited that you guys are excited, but now that I'm like looking at the timeline on all this and like when it came out, I know why I wasn't into this because I wasn't into any of this.
It's too
You know my deal.
cartoonish.
It's way too I mean, this is when you could
It's
play
a-
triple play.
I know, it's
they
a
had already
gateway.
put triple play 97 was out and you're building full rosters, you're playing 162 games, I was grinding out full seasons on Ken Griffey and triple play. Like, you got to play every game.
It's definitely a gateway
Trades,
game.
whatever.
But the thing you
Yeah.
might like is when you pick your teams, you start with the full complement, and then it is kind of a draft whenever you start playing. That part was fun. But you're right. You were too serious of a gamer. I did like that their stadiums were just like, this kid's backyard. You could hit his house. You could hit it in the bushes.
Yeah.
That's
But yeah,
quaint.
it's
I
cool.
heard the people who brought it back are like not vampires. Like it's not.
There's
some
normal
just
people.
private equity. Like it's just people who cared about the game and are putting it back out.
And then I watched
I'll go next.
Conor McGregor blow his knee out
Oh,
in the most dumb way you could think of doing that, and it was kind of poetic.
What was he doing, like roundhouse kicks or?
Yeah, he tried to start off the first offense he threw was a jumping roundhouse kick, and he tried to throw it with his leg that has a titanium rod in it, but he landed and just completely destroyed his knee. And so, like 5 seconds into the fight, this huge comeback, this massive thing. He's done.
And that was the big buildup, right?
Yeah,
to that moment.
He can't stand up. He's falling down every time he's trying to throw.
It was a reverse Tyson fight from back in the day when Tyson would end a fight in 50 seconds or something, but he won.
Yeah, I don't even know if Max Holloway threw a punch. Like, I think he just kind of was like...
Well, he did once he was on the ground. That's when I watched it, I was like...
He was, like, sitting there looking at the ref like he can't fight. Like, he
that's
can't
the
do
deal,
anything.
is that Connor wasn't, like, tapping, but he wasn't knocked out yet. So what do? He's just pummeling the dude's head, looking over at the ref like, I don't think he's getting up. And to me, like, this is the problem with... I've always had an issue with fighting, boxing. It just feels shady, right? Like, does anybody genuinely 100% believe that everything that happened here is on the up and up? Because I don't. There's no way. Like, I don't. You're not coming out throwing that Jorge Masvidal kick with your busted leg. You were hurt before. They couldn't pull the fight. That's why the money started moving right before the fight happened, but not enough to really change things to where the UFC's linked books were going to lose any money. And also, I read the guy's got another fight in his contract. Watch him fight Jake Paul next year, and this whole thing will just be a
Conor McGregor has another one?
Yes, that's what they say. But the point is, I've seen a million different conspiracy theories about this, and I believe all of them. That guy's a dirtbag, right? Like, I understand that there's a lot of athletes that are, like, if you met him, you'd be like, this guy's kind of a prick. They're millionaires. Conor McGregor's a bad guy. Like, it would not be, in my mind, above him to be like, I'll do whatever I have to do to pull one over on people and make a bunch of money. It was, but the highlight of the night, though.
I don't know if I want you besmirching the pure name of Conor McGregor like that. I mean, there's a guy.
TC got mad at me too. You mix have to stick together. But
no, I'm joking.
No,
I thought people were killing. I don't know. I just see online. What, did Conor McGregor beat up a lady or something? Has he got that in his background?
I was me social media commentator, former NFL player Will Compton. Just because Conor dude, like, he's been accused credibly of a lot of women-related violence, whether it's hitting, raping.
No, it wasn't you on social media. I saw someone else because he was on, like, Fallon or somebody, and it was like, oh, you would have this, whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my deal with, like, the Will Comptons of the world is that they sell those. They have, like, an entire podcast that's just about being a girl dad. Oh, just a girl dad.
Look at us.
And then you're like, and then this guy who's like accused rapist, pretty credibly, gets his shit pushed and gets some comeuppance, and you're like, God, keep your head up, brother. Just hate to see you fall after that.
Oh,
tough
okay,
grind
yeah.
back.
I guess if you're billing yourself as
like, leave that part out.
I'm the white knight type guy. Yeah.
But that was the bronze for the night. The silver for the night was Sophie Cunningham asking to be a ring girl because she was at the fight 10 minutes before the fight.
She's awesome, isn't she?
What are we supposed to do with that? They're all telling us, like, that you're objectifying women. They hate you're a dirty dog. And then she goes to a fight, and she's like, put me in a bikini and put me on television.
Gosh, she's
and I'm
great.
like, okay. And then, of course, the gold from the night is, y'all are not ready for divorce Dak. Did you see how big he is?
Did you fall for that?
Why didn't you
He's
just
big.
let him go? Let him go. Let him.
Which
dig
one?
Let him dig his hole so we can have a good ball sack.
How many pictures are there?
It's fake, dude.
Which
You
one?
idiot?
You dummy! He looks like The Rock.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Which one are you guys talking about?
Are you talking about the one
Because-
with Taylor Lewin?
No.
Are you talking
I've
about just
seen
his
that.
media days thing? He looks good.
Dak is in the crowd at UFC and looks as fit as he's ever looked. How would they fake a shot of him in the crowd? I'm not talking about the one with Taylor Lewan. They showed him on the call.
Yeah, he looks awesome.
I'd like to see what you're looking at.
I will send it to you.
But I did see people getting ball sacked this weekend on, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger's body on with Dak's head.
No, he looks great, and this is we've talked about this. They had the skill position camp party this weekend at the Dak field.
So wait, and your allegation here is that Dak, once he breaks up with his lady, needs to work out to be able to attract other ladies?
Oh no, I
This
think
isn't
it's just
Tom
like
Gribble.
no, it has nothing to do with getting
Dak makes
other
$100
ladies.
million. Okay.
It just has to do with the rejuvenation of divorce
Oh.
and cutting dead weight.
Okay.
Right? Like this woman made him blow up his house because he'd had sex in it before.
Yeah.
You think she was a positive influence on our wins and losses?
No, she wasn't.
No way. You think he'd be in Vegas this weekend at a fight? No way. He's back.
Yeah, I also don't want my quarterback dating a woman with 2 first names.
What
yeah,
was
it
her
feels
name?
too porny.
Sarah Jane?
Her last name was Jane?
Middle, or
Yeah.
but
Oh,
she always
alright.
went by
She
Sarah
went
Jane,
by
I think.
that, yeah.
So, thanks for your time, but we'll be moving on.
So I did see this weekend. So that Dak had all the skill position guys out at his I guess at his house,
The
and they
Decker.
do they do hang out. They all
They
go,
call it the
whatever.
Dak Yard,
Of course they do.
Yeah,
like his backyard.
Yeah.
yeah. Someone named it that, but I love it. I think that's sick.
Doesn't he have
but
like an actual 50 yards of turf or something?
I think it's more than that. I mean, it looks like almost a full field when they show it on Instagram and everything. But so that's happening. The other thing I saw quarterback related on social media, did you see Aaron Rodgers posting?
No. How did I miss
So
this?
he's coming back.
I should be on an alert.
He's coming back, and he posted. It's basically a photo shoot with him and a bunch of his Steelers teammates dressed up in like cowboy western wear, and it's like, imagine if Dak did this. Just imagine.
He probably did.
It's like they're no.
Dak
you
does
guys
these
are-
things. You're trying to paint
Dak
Dak
has
as-
everyone
I
over to his
wouldn't-
house to throw the football and work on the craft. Aaron Rodgers is like, let's dress up in bolos. You guys are haters. Anyways,
The picture of Dak I'm looking at right now is the one I hope you think is real.
I know the one you're talking about where I feel like they made Taylor Lewan smaller, but there's shots
that's
of
the
him
one.
in the crowd like wearing sunglasses where he just looks like his face looks chiseled, his body looks like bigger.
Well, we need a picture that you saw.
Okay. I think there were 8 airs on the play too. Okay, I'll give you a quick one here, then I'll maybe do most of my stuff when we get back.
Before your
Thursday.
weekend check, let's also give a shout out to Community Mechanical. Speaking of people that Brandon Aubrey supports or uses, it's not like you don't need to support our sponsors. Give them a try. We say give them a chance to earn your business, right? But that's what they'll do. They'll earn it. They're there to work. You're not giving them charity. Community Mechanical, our HVAC company, preventative maintenance is the big bit with them. Just get signed up. Get your stuff checked twice a year. It's cheap. And then, in the long run, when you need a full system for either your home or business, they are the ones to call. Let's see their contact info. Oh, Travis, our guy out there, our very tall man. You can call him directly or text him, 469-667-7290. And you can go online, communitydfw.com. They have hooked me up here. They have hooked up Blake. They can hook you up with a mini split. That's how Jake got high atop his garage to be air-conditioned. They can do all that you need for the HVAC company. So check them out. Community Mechanical, communitydfw.com. Back to Jake. In Hawaii.
Yeah, so my mom left, and then we had, it was the weekend of just the 4 of us. And now you've got a lot of time to kill. You got a lot of time to fill. And as you guys heard the other day, my son woke up at the end of the show, and you were like, oh, is he already crying? He's fighting, crying, screaming from the second he wakes up. And he's very physical right now. I know it's just like a phase, but
Can you get
just
well, maybe it's once they're a teenager. I'm wondering his testosterone level.
Right.
Like
Maybe we
if you
I
could
bet they
find
do
out
a-
what was yours highest at, you know?
Right.
Like now that you're 40, you're going to Game Day Men's Health to keep it at a certain level, but it's certainly not where it was at its peak. So I guess a little 2-year-old doesn't really have T, right?
No, but I know that they measure this once you get older because
Or a 4-year-old.
that's one of RFK's big things is he was like, yeah, a 15-year-old boy today has the testosterone of an 80-year-old man in 1950. You're like, why are we measuring? I
Yeah,
guess.
how do you know?
Shit, I guess.
I'm just wondering because certainly measuring energy level or it's like the momentum chart on soccer, right? Like his is always at this high.
Yeah. And it's a lot. He hits a lot. He's grabby. He throws things. He's punching all the time. And, we're working through it. But, I've been wearing a bathing suit the entire time I'm here pretty much. I haven't worn underwear in like 2.5 weeks. It's a lined bathing suit, whatever. And I guess you guys, if you have kids, know kids do like to punch you in the privates. Most of the ones I've been around, they figure out what's funny and what hurts, and then we've explicitly said like that's a no, so he'll do it more, right? And same thing with Nora. She knows that there is a no penis punching rule, and yet she'll still do it to him because she knows that there's a rule.
Oh.
So he will like slap at my junk, and I'm like, dude, stop doing that. Like, stop doing that. I have to kind of like swat his hand away. And the other day, because he's got another little problem too that a lot of kids have. The other day, he was like messing with me, and I was like, stop, dude. This little MFer bit my dick through my bathing suit. Like, I was like, what the dude? I almost clocked him. I was like, get it off, dude, what? He like tried to, and it's through the bathing suit, so it ain't like it's breaking my skin or anything, but he like bit at the tip of my dick, dude. You know how long it takes to come back? Like, did I have any joy the rest of the day? No.
You couldn't
It's
tell him
impossible.
anything the rest of the day.
Because you're like, God, dude, like
He just punked you.
like you don't want to hit him for talking back. I feel like that's crazy. I got hit, and I'll use the word hit. She would say slap. We get slapped for talking with food in our mouth. But like, if they're physically on you, I feel like at some point you have to be like physically.
It's
like
the whole
yesterday
Einstein was a pacifist and would not sign off on war for any reason whatsoever. Like he did not believe in it. And then
right.
Hitler rose to power. And then
So,
all of a sudden Einstein's like, all right, there are certain
Fine.
cases where we're going to have to go ahead and authorize the bombing of another country.
So
And
my
I
wife
believe
can
that's
hear
where
me.
you're at.
Yeah,
Like,
my wife
your
can
little
hear me
boy
right
is
now, but
Hitler.
I'm gonna press on. She's been great. She's been awesome. Everyone's been great. It's a family trip of a lifetime. But you guys will identify with this. If there's one thing, like, we went to lunch yesterday, right? It's in a very cool part of the North Shore of Hawaii, Hanalei Bay. Julie's big on this place. She was like, you got to go here, you got to go here. Thanks. So we drove up there. It's like an hour and a half away. We get there, we have lunch, and then now lunch is done. And she's like, this is cute. I kind of want to walk around and shop. And it's like, well, we can take this, the lady who's had mimosas at lunch and now feels like she's on a girls' trip in Charleston, South Carolina approach when you actually are. But for now, that just leaves me with these two. What are they going to do? They don't walk around and shop.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I was like, okay, here's a Hawaiian shaved ice line. It looks to be about 40 minutes long, but I guess we'll stand here. So I'm standing in line, and they're being pretty good, the two of them. Nora's great now. Like, whether it's maturity, Braintopia, OT, she's great. And I'm standing there, and he's being pretty chill. And I have both of his. I'm holding his hands. He's behind me. Big chunk out of my ass cheek.
Bite.
Right there in line. Bite. I was like, and I pinched him. That's all I could do because I didn't want to. I started to yell like you're in bed or something. Like, oh, parents are here. But instead, I just pinched him to get him to release his jaws, and he lost it, dude. Now we're in the middle of what's basically South Lake Town Square. in Hawaii, so times 10. There's 1,000,000 people there. And he's freaking out. And it was just like, okay, I guess we'll stay in this line here while you scream. It was a disaster, Dan, is what it was. But at the end of the day, it's just life, You're learning lessons together. You get over it. I'd rather not have my penis bit, but at the end of the day, and then you know what? Here's what's crazy about it. You're having to hold his hands, and he's like, I hate you. I hate all of you. I hate you. And then at the end of the night, we're in bed, and I'm laying there in a bed with him, and he's like, starts scratching on my shoulder. And he's like, does that feel good? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And he's like, turn over, I'll scratch your back. And he's like rubbing on my back with both hands, and he's like, I love you, Dad.
This is
he's
how
like,
he's manipulative. He's mentally manipulating you.
Sure, it feels that way. The truth is
creating
just that
codependency or whatever.
He's the literal definition of R-worded, but you just have to remember that, right? And I do. It's not like I'm pissed, but in the moment, you're like, damn.
Now, I wondered even when I heard you were going with the kids, why go with the kids? I resisted something like that. I'm regretting not having done it ever because I don't know, are my girls too old now to actually get them on a schedule?
No, you got to do it. I want y'all to do it so
No,
bad.
but I didn't want to do it when they were real young because they wouldn't appreciate it, and it's a lot of money to spend on a 4-year-old who might not remember the experience ever.
So I was thinking about that too, and there's definitely something to it. You always hear the parents, oh, they're not going to remember it, so why even do it? This is probably, I was thinking about this morning and trying to think of a joke on it. They're like, oh, they're not going to remember it. And as an alcoholic, that never really stopped me from having fun. How many adults and parents are like, yeah, my fun is drinking. I don't remember half of it. But
Yeah.
I go, but almost like it doesn't matter if they're remembering it, appreciating it, because there's moments where you can look at them and tell that they're experiencing an insane level of joy. And Nora's really getting a lot out of this, and we couldn't just bring her.
Yeah,
every beach we go to, she makes a friend. She's with another family yesterday who ended up they live in Frisco, and they've got 3 kids, and they're playing for 2 hours. She does that everywhere we go. So I don't know, dude. We've looked at it. I know there's been people dunking on me for renting out my house for not a boatload of money, but they have these home swap websites where you don't even have to really play by the rules of the rental. You could just go stay at someone's house in Copenhagen or wherever for 2 weeks, and they come stay at your house.
Huh.
And we're going to try it. So, but I see families over here, dude, with their 20-something-year-old kids, and I'm like, Dan's got to do this. He's got to do this. My neighbors right now have a 19 and 20-something. And it just looks fun as hell, man.
Yeah,
you know what? That guy's not getting his dick bit.
No, or else it's not illegal. Yeah, it probably is illegal to bite your dad's dick if you're 20. Yeah, the not remembering it. It's an interesting thing because maybe there's it's a dark joke, but you wouldn't. Your 3-year-old won't. You don't remember anything from when you were 3, right? So your 3-year-old doesn't remember it. It doesn't mean that you have him sitting in the room while you're having sex.
Right.
You don't.
Or lock him in a cage, and you're like, whatever. You're not going to remember it.
I don't know. I'll just keep the porn running on the big screen because the 3-year-old's here, but it doesn't matter. He won't remember.
Yeah,
it.
and if you've got infants around situations where people are fighting and screaming and bitching all the time, that has an effect too. So,
yeah,
this is all an exercise in justifying this to myself. Thank you for letting me do it.
Blake? Did you do anything this weekend?
I did. Let me start by saying the only reason I'm saying this is because I remember where I was a few years ago whenever Jake was visiting his grandpa in the old folks' home and said, record your grandparents, spend time with them, all that kind of stuff. That propelled me to spend more time with mine. So I am passing the buck and saying this piece of advice to those that can do it.
Ha! Gay!
And I shouldn't have done it. I just should have done my own weekly rap and done it there. If you can take your kids to an old folks home, please do it. It teaches your kids a lot about how to interact with adults and all that, but the biggest thing is just the joy of the old folks seeing your kids, I swear to you, extends their life. And I've had a couple people up there just tell me how special it is seeing my boys, how it makes them feel like home, reminds them of them being a parent, and I don't know. That makes me feel. It's hard to explain. It just makes me feel great to provide that for someone.
Can I just walk into a random old folks home because my mom is not old enough?
See, and like I said, that's not for everybody. And Jake's situation was not for everybody. Maybe you didn't live close to your grandparents. I'm just saying.
Well,
the experience that I get
this.
once a week taking my kids up there it's a feeling that it's amazing.
It's very, very cool that you do that.
And it kills time for you.
Well, I think it's good for everybody.
Yeah,
because,
everybody wins.
So, I'm a little selfish because this started as I'm just going to play dominoes with my grandpa, which, I have fun doing. We're spending time together. But now, in this their little pub, last week there were 12 people just watching my two boys run around on the floor. And
oh, and you're killing time on the weekend?
Well, no, this is during the week. So my wife is up there kind of crowning the kids. Brooks is running up and down the hallways like a madman. They love it. Benny's crawling on the ground, being held by everyone. And just, I don't know. It was just, it's cool. It's really, really cool. Yeah, so if your parents or grandparents are in a home,
that's
if you
why
can take
we
your
say,
kids, please do.
Wasn't there a comedian or it was like a music act or somebody doing their bit at the old person's home, and you were bashing it, saying it sucks, and we're like, those people want anything. Like, they think your kid running up and down the hall is great entertainment.
Yeah. But the thing
and it also invokes memories.
You're right. I shouldn't have bagged on it. However, anytime I'm up there, they do complain about, they brought this guy in, he blared his guitar, we couldn't hear anything. Old people can't hear. That's the thing. And so just playing your music, they can't hear what you're saying. So I don't know. I think it's a little lost there, but
well, obviously
anyway, I'll
the
pass
easiest
that along.
and cleanest path.
Go ahead.
Is if you have your own grandparent. But to Dan's point, I was having grandparent withdrawals, and for a few months, there's a place in Bedford. I'm sure you can do it. You can sign up to volunteer at old folks' homes. Whoa. And I took Nora 3 or 4 times, and the same sort of deal. Other than, it's confusing to the kid because she's a little bit older. So she's like, what's going on here? Like, she has a lot of questions that a 4 or 5-year-old's not going to have. But you can definitely just go in there, shockingly. Once you have there's very little, security. Like, how do you know these people? I would walk in, and they had told me to go to these 2 rooms, but I could have gone to any room. And same deal, there was a guy there whose dad lived there. He was probably in his late 50s, 60s, had a ponytail. And they were like, yeah, he brings the guitar every week.
They said it like that.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't super fired up either.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
You ever go in for fun? Like, you know how the hose, if you bend it, it stops the water? You ever do that with, one of them oxygen things going in their nose?
I haven't yet.
It's funny.
Get a little hit? Dude, I swear to God, they gave me a lady who was not that old. She seemed really, physically old because she was a smoker. But she was, young enough to have had flings with NASCAR drivers in the 90s. And she was, telling me all about it. She was, late 60s, early 70s. And she was asking me if I could get her cigarettes. And I was like, no, fuck, that feels like a one-way street out of here. There's no way, right?
You have to tell her yes.
It's just like being a kid. Hey, can you buy me some beer?
Well,
it's exactly
like
you
said. You become a baby, you know.
It was the first 2 weeks my grandpa was in there. He was grumpy, grouchy, wasn't having a good time. And then we realized once we started buying him snuff again is when he kind of brightened up a little bit.
Buddy,
right.
listen,
I
hit him with a Lucy. Yeah. I gave my dad some Lucy's a few months ago, and he was, shocked.
Yeah, so for Father's Day, I just got him 2 logs of long cut, and he was happy.
That's America, baby. 250.
So all right. So the first picture, Clayton. So I had to watch some indoor soccer this weekend. My nephew is playing. I don't like watching soccer. I think it's great if you do. I'm happy for you. You have the World Cup. Not my cup of tea. So I walked over into the basketball portion where people were paying $35 to watch their kid play, and I just noticed that so here in front of you, if you're watching, 3 parents are all filming the game on their phone.
Yeah.
So this is just the era we're in naturally. You've got pictures of every week of your child's life. But now, every single game that they play in will have been filmed somehow. And I just couldn't, they're not really watching the game. They're just filming on their phone.
Yeah, it's because you want when your unathletic kid actually makes a shot, you have to have that on video, and then you can share it.
Yes.
Share it with grandma.
That lady's got a
Dude,
gimbal.
Sean Kernan, she does have a gimbal. Sean Kernan from 360 Wealth, he was probably in high school, early 90s? He sent me a video of him hitting a game-winning 3. And it's the crazy, he's in high school. By the way, he looks exactly the same as I've ever seen Sean Kernan. As a 17-year-old man. He's just, and he just comes up the wing and drills one. And it's how do you have this? I don't have anything like that.
I know,
but
and
I
that's
guess these
cool.
Wouldn't it
people
be great
all
to
of
have it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
I know, but
Yeah, it's
but is it going to be watered down? If you have every
Yeah.
single game that you ever played in, it's probably, I don't know.
well,
I
and
don't know.
see, here's the problem. This is at least how those private sports, private equity-owned sports arenas can sell this to people is look, you're all filming it. Just relax. Watch the game. You don't have to film it. We've got it.
I'm pretty sure the guy in
Yeah.
the middle, I think he's on an app. He was scoring the game as he was going, foul on this guy, bucket for this guy, and it was so maybe it marries all of the stats with the video, and maybe you could skip ahead to certain parts.
Next gen stats for
Sure, but it's I don't know. It was just a little jarring to see half the crowd filming.
Now, can I get another clarification on the $35 thing?
Yeah.
So you're saying, and this is not an elite top. It doesn't look like there's not 200 people there.
There's 4 courts.
And you have to pay $35 to get in.
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah.
How much do you pay to play in the league?
I don't
Is
know,
your
dude.
kid pay-
I don't know. I don't know. It's sad. Because I would have a hard time wanting to pay that to see my kid play. So, man, I feel for you. I feel for the youth parents. And then the Cardinal season ended on Sunday.
This is your softball team?
Yeah. So this league takes itself very seriously. There's a draft. They keep stats. And playoffs began on Sunday, and we were quickly sent home as we fell to the Yankees 2-0. If you rewind the tape a few months ago, I told you how the team that I was on, very talented, but a wild bunch of folks, proven by the arrest of our right fielder in Week 6.
Yeah.
Things were great early on in the season. They quickly took a turn. Our best player broke his foot playing drunk basketball, was out for a long time.
Sorry, what?
One man was arrested. Another guy quit in the middle of the season. He was like, yeah, I'm kind of done with all this. Things went downhill in a hurry. What began as one of the best teams in the league quickly turned into one of the worst, and that was proven on Sunday. And, this season was not that fun. I told you last season where Chris followed us around, we had a good bunch of guys, got along. This year was like any time that we fell down 2-0, nothing ever goes our way. We stink. Just a bunch of emotional.
Sounds like where a leader could just step in and kind of change that attitude.
I mean, if your leader's hitting 22 bombs and leading the league in a certain category, yeah. I mean, I would say that's stepping up, but that's just one man. Takes all 12, as you know, Dan.
Somebody might have to get vocal, though.
I tried. Not really my game. And it didn't really work. So, what I could hang my hat on was I told you guys that I made the home run derby. That was held on Sunday,
I thought it was next week.
July 12th. First picture is your 8 contestants that made the home run derby. As you can see, your boy there in the left-hand side.
God, that mustache goes so hard.
Yeah. So first round, 20 swings. They don't do outs. They don't do time. You get a swing, and you get to count your home runs. The next 4 advance. Next picture, Clayton. These are the gentlemen that made the second round, as you can see.
Blake made the cut, down from 12 to 4.
Down
So
to
did the
8.
other guy with the mustache, though. There's
8
only
to
one
4.
other guy with a mustache, and he made it to 4.
Yeah. 8 to 4. This round, you got 15 swings. After this round, I'd hit the most. So next picture, Clayton.
We cut it down
Yeah.
to 2.
Here are your contestants.
The
your
2 mustachioed.
swing-off
They
for
look
the
very
home run
similar
derby.
guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Blake doesn't look taxed at all 2 rounds in, though. I mean, he
I'm
looks
just
cool as
getting
a cuke.
started. So I was kind of hit with a conundrum here because we were all wearing these special jerseys because I had told you guys that we had lost a member of the league to ALS earlier this year. So there was a charity element to the home run derby where each of us were sponsored, which is where I offered you guys the opportunity to sponsor me. Every home run was $10 towards
Did we do it?
ALS. We did not. I was sponsored by a hospital in Plano.
What is happening right now?
I don't remember. I would have absolutely just said yes in a second.
He has the credit card.
I'm not going to sponsor myself.
You know
Why?
we would have done it.
It's the
What-
same
No,
thing.
How does anyone
And it gets our
remember
name.
this?
It gets our name read out there.
Does anyone remember this? Did we
I remember
probably
him saying he needed a
I
sponsor.
said
and we're
it,
like,
and
yeah.
You said it. Did we say yes?
You probably did. It just didn't happen. Anyway,
I'm gonna go straight
Yep.
forward.
I'm going to be upset.
I'm plowing for it. Every home run hit during the derby was $10 towards the charity. So anyway, after the second, because of that, I just kind of wanted to take it easy. The biggest part of the deal for me was you got to pick your pitcher, and I picked my dad. My dad is not a pitcher. He can throw a softball. Everyone can. But for me to participate in a home run derby with my dad pitching and Brooks in the stands, very cool moment for me. So all in all, I was not taking this super seriously.
This is kind of like when Ken Griffey played with Ken Griffey Sr. in the same team.
It is, but I also feel like some bags are being filled with sand right now.
What do you mean?
Let's see. Up to this point, it was like, here's 8 down to 4, bitch.
Oh,
Here's
now
4
we're
down
going to
to 2,
blame
MFer.
blame the old man for.
I wasn't
not
exactly.
pitching.
Oh no!
Taking it soon.
No.
I'm making sure.
Here's my story. It was a very neat moment. We have a lot of great pictures together. It's awesome. It'll be something I never forget. I think the same could be said for him. Because of all that, the charity angle, my dad pitching to me. After the second round, I had hit the most home runs, so I got to decide who goes first in the final round. The other mustachioed man had just gone, so
Make him go first.
I went first.
Oh, man.
Why wouldn't you make him go first? He's a little tired.
Because we were all. It was 100 degrees yesterday.
Yeah.
The fields are pure turf.
Do you wanna
It's
win or
hot
no?
as hell. No, I didn't.
Oh.
And that was the thing. And so
this is your excuse.
I don't want to turn around and say, "Hey, why don't you go first so I can win this thing?" You're tired. So I went first.
What's the point of having the choice then?
I don't know. For those that
Because not nice guys would have made the other guy go
yeah.
first.
So I was like, "Here, take a breather."
But this is your excuse.
Yeah, I guess so. Or more home runs means more money for the charity, whatever. I don't know. And then he took.
Oh, okay. I like that. I just
There
want
you
this
go.
guy to hit more, even if I don't.
Because I wouldn't
the
be able to
kids.
give the $10 on my own.
No.
All right.
So, yeah, he had a fantastic round. I fell a little short. Second place in the home run derby. However, as you can see in front of you on the screen, the best part of my day was they gave me a big check.
Okay, I love the charity angle, but that's the smallest amount I've ever seen written on a big check in my
$100.
life.
So they made a $100 donation to the charity under my name.
What was it, only for the final round home runs?
So the $10 was for everyone, and then if you made the money, the top 2 got donations in their name to the charity. So I got $100 to the charity under
Yeah, if
my
I was
name.
a charity, I'd be like, look, we're good.
No, they got all the ones from the other ones too. They probably came out with like a few grand. This one's just in Blake's name.
Yes.
All right.
So at my house, I have a big check. That's awesome. I think
That's
it's up in my office. I got a big check. Has anyone here gotten a big check?
For $100.
I've seen one. TC has one. TC got one for catching a hog, but now I have two
Oh,
friends with
nice.
big checks.
Yeah, dude. I couldn't believe it. I got to take home a big check.
Give me one of them big ones. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't have any checks to give.
So yeah,
Excellent.
there we go.
Congratulations
Excellent,
to you, Blake.
excellent.
Great job.
Thanks.
Hey, what we're about to do, Dan,
Uh-huh.
it's going to be brought to you by Flooring Direct DFW. Now, I wanted to make this comment earlier when you were talking about the problem with the CEO and the HR directors over there. Because I know you're replacing the floors. You're going to have to be super careful about them not ruining those new floors. Because Dan and the Den are about to get the full facelift. FlooringDirectDFW.com/DZ. Do what he did. Have one of their reps come out, bring the showroom to you. And I don't think I really grasped how important that was until you introduced the wife angle of it. Because nobody wants to drive 10 different places to look at flooring. What if they could bring it all to your house? The light from your house can hit it. You can feel it. You can rub on it. You can let the dog pee on it and see how easily you could clean it up. So Flooring Direct is your one-stop shop for flooring. FlooringDirectDFW.com/DZ 972-449-9456.
I'm getting better at playing the music at the right time. A little bit. That was good.
Our
Thanks.
pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
From the wonderful world of sports, Radio Sports Scoreboard.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
It is All-Star break time, Major League Baseball All-Star break time, that is. And so we have plenty of baseball. But first, don't you have an update on your college football game conundrum
Yes.
of the other day?
So I came in here Thursday, the release of the game, upset on mostly other people's behalf about the microtransaction and single-player modes. By Friday afternoon, in a kind of a news dump scenario, EA removed the microtransactions from single-player modes in this year's video game.
So what does that mean to you?
Not much.
Oh,
No, because like I said, I wasn't going to pay for it. So if I can't advance quicker than...
but they've removed...
Oh, it means you can advance without paying for it, right? Like you'll just be able to play the game like normal?
It was more of just like a setting, like how fast your players or coaches could progress. If you wanted, I don't know, it's just unlocking tiers of your coaches and stuff, kind of in the minutia of it. But it was more of just the stand that EA changed something that they had released because of community backlash.
Okay, you're now acting like you're not happy about this didn't mean a lot. It meant a lot to you Friday, right?
Yeah, because, I mean...
And now you got it changed. Like, why aren't you jumping for joy here?
I think it's cool that they listened and listened to the community, but I did say in the segment that was not going to affect how I played the game. I was just simply not going to spend another cent more than I did.
And you would, yeah, okay.
But it's cool that the people came together and got something accomplished. That's neat.
Yeah, it's hopeful, right? I don't know. It's funny how it seems like most of the mass movements in this country that can get anything done it's got to be around sports. Like if you want to get people really fired up about something, like, I don't know, everyone's like, hey, I don't think this guy should be able to play. And it's like, well, that's what the court said, though.
Yeah.
Well, 2 days later, that's not what the courts are saying. So it's shocking. You know, when you see like collective action like that, it makes me feel rocked up, frankly.
You're right, though. It is always around sport. If you want to get sports involved, now you can get things changed immediately.
Yeah, and that's, there's obviously your egghead scholars who would say that like sports are the opiate of the masses or something like that, but those people can kick rocks. I had a great time watching ball this weekend.
Watching what kind of ball?
I don't know. I'm not a soccer. I don't have the time for soccer. I don't think I could pull it off. But the way that it's played now, like I feel like even soccer people would grant me it's a little bit of it getting better and maybe a little bit of me being more open-minded. The 2-hour game, like the 2-hour flow, there's no stops. Like even when they take the hydration break, it feels like there's no break in the action. They're just like a lot bigger and faster now. And it just doesn't feel as soft to me. Like you're seeing like rugby style collisions in every game. And it's like, this is not pussy shit that I grew up with. I just don't feel like it is. And, you know, so I've been watching pretty much every game because it's an enjoyable experience to me. The flow of the game, I like it a lot. Now, there are some things that I don't understand, and I don't want you to send me an email to try to explain it. I promise. Because if I cared that much, I would have looked into it. But there are some things that bother me. The VAR thing, and it's like they have their version of like a proximate foul. You know how like in the NBA, and this ended up happening with the Mavericks in the playoffs a couple years ago, they instituted a rule where if during a review on something like out of bounds or I guess out of bounds, they can see if there was a foul close to the play and enforce it on that review, even if that action was not the subject of the review. And that seems to happen in soccer a lot.
Does it have to have any
Yes,
if the
it
ball
does.
was the reason it's out of bounds on you because somebody fouled you. That's when I can call it. They can't just call a foul like over there. It had no effect on the out of bounds that we're looking at, right? Or can they?
Well, to me, this is a matter of where you draw the line. Because in a game that doesn't change possessions with an expected field goal almost, over 50% of the time down the field, then you're deciding where that play started and ended arbitrarily. Because that ball's been moving for 22 and a half or 45 minutes.
Oh, this affect? Yeah, but it does affect the play because that guy would have passed it here. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is that like that feels like a very just arbitrary thing to me, and it happens a lot, and you're like, well, I don't know. But the other thing that you'll have happen, and it happened this weekend, was you'll have, was it Switzerland? They had a goal taken off by like a proximate dive. Basically, like a dude flew forward and they yellow carded the guy who they thought tackled him, and he already had a yellow. So that guy's going off for the game. But they review it, and the guy never even touched his feet. The dude had left his legs and started diving forward before the guy even contacted his leg. Well, like the NBA, here's the other thing they do. Well, if it wasn't a foul on that guy and you're on the ground, that's a yellow card on you for a flop. And you already have a yellow card, just like your other guy did. So now they're down 10 men for the rest of the game. Like, stuff like that is interesting to me, even if it's frustrating how they decide, like how it gets adjudicated. But, they do have flopping rules, and that costs that team arguably that game. So the fact that flopping sucks bothers me, but the fact that they have measures to try to address it also makes me pleased.
Do they review every card?
Yeah, I think
yellow
so.
Or whatever, because wouldn't that eradicate flopping immediately?
Not every card. It says VAR automatically checks every direct card and penalty incident. So if you get a yellow that comes with like a free kick or a penalty kick, they review it. But yeah, because there's just like when you see a basic corner kick, right? Like where they're just putting the ball into the box, that's warfare. Like those dudes are tackling each other, they're smashing into each other. It's like an NFL play where you're like, there's a hold on every play. You could call that on every play. So the ones where they decide, like, okay, the ball went in, so now we're going to review that. Well, what if the ball didn't go in, but I got fouled? Then I should be setting up a replacement kick for the foul at that spot. Like, there's just a lot of rules things about it that, I don't know. Maybe I'm a dork, but they bother me. The other thing that bothers me, as we've already talked about, is the momentum meter. I don't know if they think that we're just dumb in America and we need this, like because I'm sure momentum is all over the world misapplied and misunderstood. But I'm watching, England and Norway the other day. Norway is supposedly like severely overmatched, right? So at the start of the game, England's got the ball the whole time. But then put the image up. Lo and behold, with all that momentum, it's erased and Norway scores suddenly with no momentum.
Boy, look at all the momentum on England's side, though.
Norway did not have 1 second of momentum, according to that chart, the whole game.
No.
Well, it
And
looks
then
like
all
they
of a
took
sudden,
the initial kick, and they had that little
they took the
blip.
initial kick. You can see there the speck
They
of
had
red.
30 seconds of momentum, then they go 30 straight minutes with no momentum, but all of a sudden they have all the momentum.
But then
Right.
England wins, right? How did they overcome that mountain of momentum?
Well, they got the momentum back and put the ball in the net,
shoot, man.
and then had another momentum on the scoreboard. I know it's tough like that, but what's even more insane is I was enjoying learning about soccer strategy because they put this up here, right? And then the announcer says, what's clear now is that for the first 22 minutes, Norway was trying to keep this game in check and figure out where they could make moves. And once the hydration break hit, you can see that their style of play has changed. They've opened it up, and they've scored here, and now they're about to score again. That all is interesting and true. And you know what it means? It means England didn't have momentum. It means it was a tactical decision being made by, how often does this happen in a sport? Where it's like, no, we're electing to give that to them. And the announcer's like, boy, really getting untracked here. They're on the ropes. The moment. It's just why you can't use phrases like that within the game and expect it to have any predictive or applicable value. It's stupid.
What do you mean they didn't give it to? Is it like if you ran the ball, you were like, okay, well, look, obviously.
Because that England's
look how they
momentum
only
in that
gained
first frame is determined by England having the ball the entire time.
Yeah.
But to hear this guy who's been watching soccer his whole life, and it made sense when they showed the replays. He's like, look how they're jamming this up. They don't mind that England has the ball here. They're going to figure out what to do
I see, okay.
and then use it. And it's like, okay,
So
well,
it
then
wasn't
that's not
actually
momentum.
at all. Yeah, okay.
Right. And then once Norway scored, they should have scored again. I don't know if you've seen that play, but I might have you go back and watch this game if we're going to talk soccer with Brandon Aubrey later, because the only player I've told you about is Erling Haaland, the Viking. And with the score tied 1-1, they get a break. It's a 2-on-1, and there's not a great angle, but one of Haaland's teammates has the ball, and Haaland is streaking down the middle. There's one defender, and as somebody put it on Twitter, this is like you got LeBron down the middle for an easy oop dunk, and you stop and pull up your own shot. And a lot of people were like, this is because he's been getting too much press. Like, this happens. Like, he didn't want to feed the big man in the middle because that's the only player on their team that anybody knows the name of. Now, who knows if that's true, but it was a tough decision in the moment.
Oh, wow.
Tough decision.
So you kind of buy it.
Yeah, and that would have put them up 2-1. And Haaland looked like, dude, dejected. Because he really didn't have an impact on the game, and that was like the one chance they had. And the guy just pulled up, took his own shot, and they never really got it back after that.
So how many teams do we have left?
4.
Final 4.
We have
We're in the Final 4?
Yeah, France. Is it France, Spain tomorrow in Arlington?
So this is the final Dallas game.
This is the final Dallas
then they'll
game.
go to New
Now,
York.
France, I don't have much for you on them other than, Mbappe. Like, they've got great players. But Spain has Lamine Yamal.
Don't do this again. We got in so much trouble.
Me?
No, he's
the
upset
Belgium
about
thing.
the Belgium.
Yeah.
A few Belgium fans. I think that's great. That's engagement online, socially. That's what we want. Go ahead. Sorry. Finish
Lamine
breaking
Yamal's
down.
the Spanish phenom who hired little people for his 18th birthday party and got in trouble.
I like him.
And because Spain has a law that you can't make them perform, even though, much like with Sophie Cunningham, they interviewed all these little people and were like, he was great. He paid us a ton.
What can we make him do then?
Most money we've ever made.
We want to make him do something. I'm going to pay him. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
Can I just pay him to be guests here? Because I think people would love that too.
And let me tell you something, dude. Being on vacation in a place like this, I mean, I guess you could say being on vacation anywhere where there's a lot of kids. I've seen, dude, I'm not bullshitting you. I've seen 20 Lamine Yamal and 10 Erling Haaland jerseys here on kids. Like, he's popular. I don't know what that tracks to for the average American teen in the burbs, but that's what kids wear now.
The games are at the Dallas. Why is the Dallas game at like 2 p.m.? Explain that to me. Like, now that we're in the Final Four, why wouldn't they all be primetime games? Wouldn't that be what we want?
Is that a better viewing time?
Well,
for
I
in
think
Europe
probably.
or something?
Yeah, you're trying to get the best time zone for like the whole world, I guess. And in America, if you're into it, you're going to be into it. You know, you're going to take off work. Like, or this is what if you're that into it, right? So it'll be on at 7 in most of Europe.
Then what's the other two teams?
Argentina, which is apparently very controversial, and Belgium, right?
No, England.
England, that's right. England.
Why is it
That's right.
Argentina
Who beat
controversial?
Norway. I mean, they've apparently played like the lowest seeded path. Like,
The easy path.
Which, like, when
Like
it's
the Knicks? Yeah.
the Knicks, it just fell that way, right? But in the World Cup, like, I know that there are models behind it, but much like in boxing, everyone thinks FIFA's corrupt, and I've just followed social media enough to see that they're like the team that people think it's rigged for. So, in any case.
So I've saw something where they're going to expand. They're at least talking about expanding it again.
64.
Well, I don't know if to 64, but they might hit 48. I
They're at
suppose
48 this
64
year.
is where they'll stop, right?
No, 48 is this year.
Oh, I thought
went
they were
from
at 30
32.
something.
No, they went from 32 to 48, but they just like they kept the knockout round the same. So you just had to work through more pool play to get. This was a 48 team tournament.
So if you get to the final, is that a shootout also? If you get that 2 hours, because I've enjoyed the sales pitch for soccer for many years, and people that try to pitch me start where you started. Hey man, it's 2 hours. You're gonna be done. You will.
No commercials.
Yeah, there's no doubt. It's a lot of action. You're done in 2 hours. You can schedule something for later, which I like. But like the NHL has the shootout, but then once they get to the playoffs, they stop the shootout. Because we're doing shootouts still, right?
Yeah.
And you
it's
might
in the
get to the
final,
final,
too.
it'll be a shootout. And we're
Yeah.
supposed to say this is the beautiful game. I'm supposed to be like this is the best game ever
Is shootout after extra time?
because we ended in a shootout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you play the full extra. I do like that as opposed to the golden goal thing.
Yeah, I do too.
And you always have the extra time thing doesn't really bother me. I know somebody. I got a gummy thought this weekend from somebody that was like, imagine this in basketball, because what I'm talking about, Dan, is that let's say that they add 7 minutes. That's at least 7 minutes. And if the team that's down has the ball at like 7:02, they'll let that play end. And he was like, imagine like, Luka gets the ball, but because they're still in it, they let him take a three. But, again, the possession is expected to change every time in basketball, whereas here it's not. So to me, it makes sense the way that they do it. If you're going to have extra time at all. Or injury time, rather.
You're in the back pocket of big soccer now.
Yeah,
Where do you
I
find
mean,
yourself?
I coached for a couple seasons and kind of got a feel for the game,
Yeah, it's beautiful,
I
isn't
think
it?
it's probably where it starts, yeah.
So
That's what they call it.
Speaking on that, don't you think shouldn't football overtime be possession based and not time? Because couldn't you manipulate the time?
Yeah, that's why college football rules. I don't understand. To me, if you have a problem with college football overtime rules being used in the NFL and you mention like record books to me, then I think you should be guillotined tomorrow on Bastille Day. There may be other reasons why you should be against it, but I don't find that to be a compelling one. Like, that's the best end of the game to me.
And they're not going to change
college
because this
version.
is what we've done since we started in 1960.
Because the college, it would be akin to a shootout if it were one play. which I guess late in round 7 and 8 it is. But backing up to the 25, that feels to me like a microcosm of can you move the ball or can you stop the ball? You're not on the 10 where the back line gets to become an extra defender and windows are compact. You're out at the 25 where we're playing normal-ass football for at least 20 yards here. I love it, but I also I have memories of being up at 2 a.m. on Friday night that are probably tainting my memory of this a little bit.
All right, let's get to some baseball stuff brought to us by Trident Access Services. Trident, that's my garage door company. It's our garage door company. The place where we actually had a listener come up here to the den high atop my garage and marveled at the fact that the garage door was so quiet and gave Trident a call that very day at 817-512-1212, or it's txtrident.com. It's not just the garage doors, but they can put in windows. They could put in the full view glass door with the dark tinted glass. They can upgrade your garage door openers, upgrade your rollers and bearings. Maybe just come on out, have them give you a once over, and they have the gates, the custom electric or motorized gates, installation, repair. Limitless customization options. You can get sliding gates. Julie Dobbs has that. Or you can get some swing gates for those who like to swing. They are veteran-owned. Let's see. 3 of us are veterans, it says here. Navy, Marine Corps, and Air Force. 1 is a retired police officer. There are no Space Force members yet at Trident Access Services. But it's our garage door company. We all know Jeremy. We love him. It's txtrident.com. Baseball stuff. So the All-Star game, the granddaddy of them all, is tomorrow. And we're going to be missing some huge stars. No Aaron Judge, of course. He's been out for a while, right?
Yeah.
Ribs or something.
Yeah.
No Shohei Ohtani now. He's got scratched from a start. They're also holding him out. He also declined the Home Run Derby tonight. Home Run Derby's tonight, Jake.
Oh, yeah.
On Netflix.
I will be there. Listen, like I said, you get the playmaker involved, I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm
Michael
sure
Irvin
tomorrow we'll have
is doing something on the
fun.
Home Run Derby. It's on Netflix, so I'm watching some Netflix last night and clicked on it. You can't click record. So I don't know if I'm being old man yelling at a cloud here or something, but
You are.
Yeah, you're not going to have to record it because it's just going to be on there.
Yeah.
it'll be on later then, right?
Right, they'll do it live, and then as soon as it's live, it'll be...
I know, but why can't I hit a button just to make sure? I don't know.
Because it's already there.
All right.
I don't like when you feel like old man, so I don't want to.
I like to hit the
that,
plus
but-
or something. There's no plus. I want a plus. Put it on my list.
I'll defend Dan. And, sometimes they cut stuff whenever they archive it.
Yeah.
That's
maybe.
why I'm going to roll live.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to roll audio-wise at least live. I don't think you can do that video, or if you can, I can't do it.
It's complicated, but you can. But yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
I thank you for defending me on the cut. Sometimes they will then, the rebroadcast, they took a couple things out. I don't like that.
No.
Bullshit. Anyway.
Censorship.
The Home Run Derby is tonight, so we'll tune into that. Tomorrow on the show, Dave Raymond will be in the Game Day Men's Health Studio downtown Dallas, and we'll talk about that. Let's see. So I got a load of baseball notes for you guys. One is, so just looking over notes and stuff throughout the weekend. And while looking up notes, I thought, I just did this off the top of my head. I thought, you know what? I haven't heard anything about that umpire lately. How come I haven't heard anything about him? I guess he's kind of good. Oh, I know. I was scrolling through my old run sheets, kind of like, what have I left on the table lately?
The female ref.
Now we got the... I didn't get down to the female ref. That was so long ago.
It's our Denver trip.
I know, it was fall.
I know.
That was a long time ago.
I only
dude.
We
rolled
never
back
paid it off.
2 or 3 months just to see have we dropped something that I really want to make sure we get to. And one of those topics on our run sheet was CB Buckner. So I searched CB Buckner. Remember CB Buckner was the guy who game 1 had 6 calls overturned. And apparently he is like the new Angel Hernandez. Like when CB Buckner had this game, your people like John Boy, maybe even your people like Blake, just nodded and said, of course, it's CB Buckner. Didn't you know he was terrible?
It's in me only by proxy, because if I was listening to Nadell or Jared, they would tell you if CB Buckner was behind the plate.
Like they know.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's probably every crew.
Yes.
Oh, my God, this guy's behind the plate. I know exactly what we're in for tonight. Well, CB Buckner, so he had that game, 6 calls overturned. If you remember, I don't know if it was the very next game or just a couple days later, an egregious missed call at first base. It wasn't even that bang of a play. Oh, in fact, it wasn't a play at all. It was an error. So the second baseman threw it over the first baseman's head. The first baseman jumped. He's off the bag. The runner ran over the bag, touched the bag, ran through, turned to the right towards the stands. Yet the first baseman called for the ball from the pitcher, tagged the runner as he was on his way back to the bag. CB Buckner calls him out. And he's like, what? I turned towards the stands. You know, if you turn towards second and it looks like you're going, you could get called out. That's why you tell
I
kids.
did at least know that.
Yeah. So, why? You've had that happen to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, CB Buckner's like, no, he missed first. Oh, okay. And then the replay, I mean, he couldn't have had more of first. His heel hit, the whole, everything, then the toe was on. Like, he hit the very front, and it went over the whole bag. Who knows what he was, anyway, he missed that call then. The very next day, so this is all in the first 5 days of the season, he took one to the mask. I don't know if you remember that, but that knocked him out of the game. Catcher missed the ball.
Yeah.
Ball, maybe it was a foul tip, went to the mask, and he was out of the game. They ruled he had a concussion. Well, that's the last game he has umpired this year. He has not been back.
Wow.
That's why you haven't heard about CB Buckner missing calls. And in fact now, Major League Baseball has offered buyouts to 7 umpires. And these 7 umpires are going to be out of the game, including CB Buckner. CB Buckner is getting paid for this whole season. He will not work another game, and he will not work another game in his career. He is his last 2 games of his career, or 2 of his last 4 games ever, were getting 6 calls overturned, the worst first base call you'll ever see, and then getting knocked out of a game, getting a concussion on a foul tip. He'll get paid for the rest of the year, and he'll never umpire another game. Next year, because of the guys who were qualified for the buyout, they were all 59 years or older. Next year, they think for the first time in modern-day Major League Baseball history, will be the first time you will not have one umpire over 60.
Wow.
So we are getting younger at that position. You would think it'd be even younger than that because it feels like eyesight is you talk about the gamers. Like Hunter Swenson or something, like he was like, I'm 28, I'm too old to be a gamer. Wait, what? Yeah, my reflexes, they're not. So how is it that we have 60-year-old men as umpires ever?
Yeah, definitely just one of those things that was the way it was before, and as sports became more professionalized, financialized, all that, we just didn't ditch it. But I love this because the league, whatever, in conjunction with the union, they have the money to make all of these guys generationally wealthy to go away. And it would not even be a blip on the bottom line. They could write each of these guys like, here's $4 or $5 million. Go away. Don't work again. And they could root it out that way. Rather than just doing like, hey, you're old, you're fired, which looks ageist because it is. It's insane. I mean, I respect hockey refs because they skate at the level that the players do. But other than that, I've always thought, well, these guys are too old. Like, ideally, you'd have former players, right?
Yes.
That are like just out of their prime, like guys who washed out of the league. And you see that. There's a couple NFL refs right now, maybe just one, who was a DB like 15 years ago, 20 years ago, who's working his way up.
He did a former Cowboy, did a Cowboys game this year.
Yeah. So, but the only way you can force that is if you give people money to not like sue you over it. And they created this problem by allowing it to go on for as long as it has. But man, this is probably the best part of ABS. We kind of talked about it like, oh, it's going to make the umpires better. Well, in addition to making the umpires better, it's going to make the ones who can't get better not want to do it anymore. And especially if you can give them some money, they don't want to get embarrassed.
And I think we said this early on, but, each umpire kind of had their own strike zone. This guy will give you the outside corner. And if, let's say, they give you a couple in the early innings, what did you always want? Consistency. So guess what? That ball for the rest of the game is now a strike, and now you have to adjust. But it's funny seeing them miss a call on the outside by, half an inch ball. And now he knows, okay, that's a ball. We got to move it back in. It just forces them to call it by the letter of the law, not what they decide it is.
Yeah, you're gathering info as you go.
Sure.
So it's getting better.
More good news for you, Jake. Not for you that much, Blake. Half good news for Jake, big news for me, because we could tell our daughters. Now, remember Winston Wolfe. You didn't remember Winston Wolfe before the 2016 election, did you? We all told our daughters it's going to be great. You're going to have a female president. You will be represented there. But you may be represented because Jen Powell, is that her name? They're saying she's one of the top-ranked minor league umpires, and these seven retirements are probably going to elevate her to the big league level next year.
Oh,
she was only brought up. She was brought up as a replacement, if you remember. You may remember that. What? Her first.
Yes.
Her first call, I think, was about a foot outside. She was strike.
Yeah. There are two things I remember. And this is good because they have data, right? Like if she blew it on a couple calls, and those are the ones we remember, if she's the best, they are not just saying it because she's a woman. They're proving it with data. Now, at the same time, the other thing I remember, in addition to her blown call, was one of the guys who's like the head of the umpires basically said, yeah, I saw her and knew she was an umpire. Like she's a
big old boy.
She's a tank.
Yeah.
It's like they scattered her size and were like, you can learn the strike zone later. We need a tank back there. But good for her.
Her stats, her umpire scorecards graded her worse than Angel Hernandez's final year.
Okay, that was one game.
She ranked 89th out of 91 qualifying umpires.
It was one game.
Let's see. Like I said, I have a lot of notes. I don't want to do too many of them just because of time today, and we have Dave Raymond in. We can do that tomorrow. But I will give you a couple of things. The Miz will be out of the All-Star game as well. He got scratched from his start yesterday and will not pitch in the All-Star game because of fatigue. So Aaron
Stop
Judge,
throwing so hard.
Otani. Yeah, doesn't he have like 80 of the
sixth
top
highest? Yeah.
80 of the top 85 fastest pitches this year, something
85?
like that?
200.
Really?
Yeah, they did the graphic the other day. They put the picture up of the 200 fastest pitches, and it's all him. It's 200s of him. It's insane.
Rangers are in first place.
First place, Texas Rangers.
We go to into the break in first place. All the worrying you guys were doing.
No, I mean, I still think it probably
Skip?
is.
I think they still stink.
It's awesome.
About
Dude,
Skip
he
or
gives-
Skip?
You know, there are like they try to analytic objectify managerial decisions now, right? Like I don't know how they do it, but there's a bunch of different versions of it. Like when you replace the pitcher, pinch hitting, all this, and he's consistently in the bottom, like 2 or 3. At the same time, like, isn't a baseball's manager just to make job just to make everybody like give a shit the whole year? And with a team of guys in and out of the lineup and
Here's
stops
Jake
and
to defend
starts,
Skip
and
Schumacher.
I'm just saying, like the fact that they're still in it with kind of a hodgepodge lineup. You know, they're having to lead off Jock, and I'll be damned if he's not kind of delivering. But Wyatt out, Seager out, like Young taking forever to get going. I don't know.
I could tell Jake
I think,
you didn't watch the game on Saturday because I was fully expecting the Kumar Rocker didn't have an opener for this game text.
He got fucked up early
In
didn't
the
he?
first
He gave up-
inning!
was it the first?
Yes,
I thought
dude,
I knew
he
he'd
gave up a
given up
home
4
run.
early. Okay, well that's just insane then. That's just insane.
It was 2-0
Yeah.
after the first inning.
Okay, no, I saw the box score. I saw yesterday's game though, and that was awesome.
Well, if you blow a 4-run
Good
lead,
stuff.
I guess.
And then
Well, they won. They won because they have a closer now, and their closer comes out to mob deep. And that's the best thing about the back half of the season.
And I did not watch this, of course. I doubt really anybody did. But it was the Major League Baseball draft.
Let me
This-
say something about that.
Uh-huh.
TC informed me it was on, and I saw one of our buddies, Tim, taking a dump on it on Twitter. I thought it was super cool. I
Why?
don't know why, but like I guess I've just never watched a baseball draft, so maybe the novelty of it. But like, seeing the kids' families and stuff, I thought it was cool. Like it was on NBC too. That was weird, but I watched it.
Okay. Well, I read
Some of
all
it.
about it, and according to the media, it was on NBC for the first 10 picks.
Oh, that's all I saw. Is TC was fired up about the White Sox, and there's a kid from Fort Worth Christian who went pretty high.
So the White Sox did get the first overall pick, and this was the pick.
With the first pick of the 2026 MLB Draft, the Chicago White Sox select Roch Chalewski, a shortstop from UCLA. The Tampa Bay Rays have the next pick.
So, okay, what did he say here?
A shortstop. The Chicago White Sox select Roch Chalewski.
Okay, Chalewski, and then we go to the commentators right after.
So Roch Chalewski becomes the second college shortstop in the last 40 years to go number 1 overall. Dansby Swanson, the last to do it.
Okay, so the point there is he mispronounced the first overall pick's name.
The commissioner? Or?
The commissioner.
Okay.
So that's being heavily criticized. Like Goodell does, he kind of goes over it with somebody like, all right, let's make sure. All right, I got to know these 40 guys could be drafted. Let's make sure I know. And probably, again, like right before, all right, the pick is in. How do you pronounce it? Okay. Right? Because the family's going to it's going to be on TV, the family, it's going to be in history. Let's say this guy becomes a Hall of Famer. Do you want
It's in Jigba.
Do you want Robin Yount? Like just in the future when you hear their name called and you replay it, if he's super famous and everybody knows his name and then you hear the commissioner say his name wrong.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
That you're not going to want to hear, but I think that the future is going to be that they'll edit that audio with like AI or something, and if you see at his Hall of Fame speech, you'll see Rob Manfred up there saying Roch Chalewski, and you'll never even know that it existed.
That's a great call.
That is a great call, and it's
For minor stuff like that where it's not like too misleading, I feel like that.
But it's
that's just
changing
how
history.
is going to be written, definitely.
because I'm sure he might write it down like I'm going to prove everybody right. They didn't.
Oh yeah.
Somebody disrespected Kevin Durant because he wasn't picked first overall. So this is disrespect as well. He didn't say my name right. Anyway, so NBC had to get to the American Century Championship. It's a celebrity golf tournament. So they couldn't keep airing the rest of the draft. So they then went over to MLB Network and Peacock, and then went to MLB.com only. And I guess once they switched to MLB.com only, the MLB Network and Peacock and NBC people couldn't wait, and they started taking down all the equipment. They had like a crane in there, and apparently the online people were very perturbed by. So if you're watching it, you're seeing in the background, and it's very loud. It'd be
Monday
like
at the Super Bowl.
if Flooring Direct was in here doing the flooring thing now. Yes.
That's extremely low rent. I feel like baseball's better than that.
Yeah.
What do you know about who Fag and the Rangers took, Blake?
Kip Fag, of course, is their scouting director, just in case.
Don't know anything.
Who'd they take?
Well,
I don't know.
He's like the top high school pitcher. Big lefty.
Well, that worked out last time, didn't it?
Who was that?
Brock Porter,
yeah. By the way, Dylan Cease starting the All-Star game, who I confused as a Ranger the other day.
Mm-hmm.
It's because he trains at APEC where Mahomes does, but is he awesome? I thought the White Sox traded him because he was a bust.
He was, but what?
He wasn't really a bust with the White Sox. I was looking at his numbers this morning.
It's because he didn't start out on fire.
Because at a time, he was the guy, when I first heard of him.
The Cubs traded him to the White Sox, right?
The Strasburgs and the Skeens and the Mizrowskis who peak early is what everyone But these are most guys. They don't peak until their mid to late 20s. And he came up early in his 20s and wasn't awesome right away. So, yeah, he was just used goods.
It almost feels like you're saying that a high
40.
School guy, but like a college pitcher who's okay right now could end up being an all-star starter by 30. A guy like Jack Leiter, for example, who's put together.
I thought he was making it to where he could be an awesome pitcher.
No, I think Jack Leiter's good, and there's an uneven trajectory of an ace's career, and because he's not the Miz, people are like, this guy sucks.
I actually have a fun Dylan Cease note that I'm going to give you after our break.
The Dumb Zone.
So it's time for a new vehicle. You can spend your Saturday at the dealership talking to Gary, or you can visit fairlease.org from the comfort of your home and shop for the vehicle you actually want. Gary's trying to find you something from his limited inventory. Fair Lease is focused on finding the vehicle that's right for you. Already know what you want? Great. If not, tell us what's important. Technology, safety, fuel economy, and we'll provide unbiased guidance on today's best lease vehicles. And unlike Gary, we won't pull your credit until you're ready to move forward. We'll even help coordinate test drives before making your final decision. Once the deal is done, we'll personally deliver your vehicle right to your home at no cost to you. That's the Fair Lease white glove experience. So it's up to you. Go to the dealership and buy for 40 or 50% more. I'm sure Gary will get you a deal. Or reach out to us. We'll do all the work and get the lowest haggle-free price. Experience the Fair Lease difference today.
Are you all in? We are with all-in pricing at Flooring Direct. I'm Rick Renner. Often other flooring companies quote you low to just get the job. And then when they tear up your floor, when you're most vulnerable, that's when they start asking for more money. We don't do that at Flooring Direct. No surprises. We know what it takes to have a perfect installation. That's why we're the highest rated company in your community for decades and running. Go to flooringdirect.dfw.com.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
Quality Roofing, we've got drones.
Boy, they do. And they're going to take those drones, fly them up top, and get a good look at that roof and inspect it.
They will. I never knew that until you told me last week.
The whole lead up.
I was last week years old when you
Yeah.
told me that Qualis Roofing has drones. But yes, Apparently, the insurance companies recommend you get your roof inspected twice a year. I think that's a little ridiculous. Let's at least make it once, though.
But
And
the
do it
drone
with-
makes sense now, though, because you don't. I mean, if you're going to be going up there, once, twice a year?
Yeah.
You're going to need a drone for that.
QualisGC.com. They're great. They're great with listeners of our show. We've had, tons of people just come up to us and tell us how awesome the experience was with Qualis. I don't have to have anybody to tell me how awesome my experience was. They put a new roof on my house. I wasn't sure if I needed one. I knew that we haven't had a new roof in over a decade. And they went up there, inspected it, and they're like, yeah, you got a lot of hail damage here, man. So we'll take care of it. They took care of everything. They dealt with the insurance company for us. I didn't have to do all the calls on that end, and all we paid is the deductible. So Qualis Roofing, go to QualisGC.com. Do they have a number?
They do. The phone number is 817-500-9008, and all of those are interesting copy points. But there's one final one.
That's where he was leading you guys in it.
It doesn't.
Qualis Roofing, we've got drones.
Magnificent.
James Harden.
James Harden had his jersey number retired by a Houston strip club after he spent $1 million in one night.
Chuck Knobloch.
Chuck Knobloch once had the yips, threw a ball into the stands, and hit Keith Olbermann's mom in the face.
Do you like sports, entertainment, and obsessively noting the minor transgressions of famous people? You'd be at home with The Dumb Zone, weeknights at 9 on Fox 4 Plus.
We're going to throw a shot in this before we left.
Awesome, let's do it.
What do you think?
Couldn't hurt. Glutathione is great. Let's do some shots.
All right.
Shots.
Yeah.
Glutathione
shot. Take a shot.
Yeah.
So glutathione I recommend doing in the glute only because it's not as comfortable for the injection.
The glute?
Yes.
The butt?
Yes. We'll face my computer.
Just going to hurt?
It's not going to be as comfortable. Glutathione is kept cold in the fridge, and I think it is a little spicy, just from personal experience.
So you've had this?
I have had this.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Hear that bell just rang out there.
All done.
Do I have to pull it up now?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
I believe in the future, but not today.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Ooh. I'm so detoxed.
Do you have any questions for me?
Quick one. Do you smoke cigarettes?
No.
Okay.
Rachel, by the way, is in studio here, and during the break, did the worst thing she could ever do, which was tell us how, you know what, I should have jumped in on that Trident spot you guys did before, because I just had him out. Like, what are you doing? That's
not
great.
everybody's
That's the best endorsement ever.
Most
That's why
people
y'all
are
are
not.
the professionals.
Most people are not pros.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever talked into a mic.
I know that's not true. So tell us about Trident real quick. Why did they come out to your place?
So Jeremy came. So of course I listened to the Dumb Zone, and I sent him a text message and said, "Hey, I bought a house, and I would like y'all to come and try to fix. I think it's off the tracks. There's an issue." And they came out and actually quoted out a new door, and it was a lot less expensive than I thought it was going to be. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's incredible." I ended up with a really beautiful door, and it's insulated. So the custom garage that I'm putting in will actually be protected. And we got the new motor and everything. It connects to the Wi-Fi. It's incredible. And it was a lot less expensive than I thought it was going to be. And I've actually referred them, because of what I do for a living, to several of our clients that when they are buying a house and they bought a house, they were like, "Oh, this garage is just trash." And I was like, something that will pay for itself many, many times over is a brand new garage door and a new motor, hooks up to the Wi-Fi. So if you leave the house, you can close it. And I'm so glad that we did it. It's incredible. So that's my little piece there. So thank you, Trident. Y'all did an incredible job.
Is somebody in there? Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Sir!
I don't know if I'm okay.
Can you get out for me?
I'm hurting. Let me get my phone. I gotta call somebody.
All right. Yeah, we're calling Elena.
Before you call the insurance company, call Frankel first.
Frankel and Frankel. Call 214 or 817 all threes.
This is the best time to get your pool cleaned. It's spring. I mean, everybody's getting ready to jump in the pool. I'm sure you guys did some of that this weekend.
I've only had one cleaning done, so this is all I can speak to. But I will tell you that no BS. My wife came home and said, this is the cleanest our pool has ever been. And we had a guy, and it's about the same price. I thought he was doing an okay job, but I don't know him at all. I mean, whatever, it's just a guy. I'm sure he's a fine guy, but whatever you guys did, it definitely was noticeable, like very noticeable.
Well, I heard there was problems with your filter you didn't even know about.
We might have had a little bit of a Dan previous roofing company or whatever, because they had left some stuff that was a real problem.
No,
they were just kind of ignoring.
No, I saw your guy noticed it. I was at Jake's house too. Out of the spigot or whatever,
shooting stuff back out into my pool.
Yeah, it was shooting like the leaves back into the pool.
Yep.
So I was like, wait, we just vacuumed this out, and now it shoots it right back in. So it was like obviously there was a hole in the system, but
he took care of it.
Your old guy did not notice that, and these guys noticed it right away. Same thing.
Shout out Thomas.
My wife usually does the cleaning and stuff. And she, our other pool company, our old one, because we now signed up with Puddle Pools. Puddlepools.com/dumbzone. Dumbzone. Okay, my bad.
That's all good.
I think I erroneously said that earlier then. That's way better. Puddlepools.com/dumbzone.
You like sports, but also humor and local news. Well, then try The Dumb Zone. DZTV. Weeknights at 9. Right here on Fox 4 Plus. So what do you think, dude? I made a promo for our show.
What do I think? I'll tell you what I think.
In the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone, in the dumb zone, in the zone, in the dumb zone. Don't pump it.
The Dumb Zone.
Good morning, class. Let's dive in and hear the results of your assignment. Who wants to go first? I don't know, Mr. Winger. The last time I called on you, I kind of got what the Mako called dirt roaded. Using it.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It was a trick question. The tool most important to humanity's survival wasn't any of the 9 in the box.
Go on.
The most important tool is respect.
Ha! Gay!
You're listening to The Dumb Zone.
What to promote? Oh, how about... And you can see these things on the events page on our website, dumbzone.com. But how about we'll promote Dumb Zone Comedy Night, something we haven't done before. We are giving this a shot. It is Saturday, July 25th, and we could call this Dumb Zone Comedy Early Evening, right? Like, to call it night is disrespectful to the night. It'll be daylight when you walk out, when you're done.
A matinee.
It's a 5 o'clock show. What did you say? We actually only have this venue for a couple of hours? Like, you'll be out by 7?
You'll be out by 6:30 for sure. So there's a hard stop of 6:30, maybe 6:25. But yeah, it's $14.99 on
$10 tickets, but yeah, the taxes and stuff, and It's all the
Yeah.
money just goes to pay the comedians and everything that we got lined up. Got a few comedians lined up. Blake will be there to preview the Lindsey Sterling show.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll hear from Dutch. Not
Need to have a hard out.
Maybe we can get Dudge up on the stage. Who knows? But yeah, it is Saturday, July 25th. So a week from Saturday.
Let's party.
Let's party. Jake, you've been doing stand-up behind our backs. Will you do it in front of our faces?
Yes, in some form or fashion.
We'll get a few minutes of Jake.
Yeah, for sure. I'm happy to. You know what I actually think? I think our audience is just super discerning. Like, I think if I did the same 5 minutes that I've gotten laughs in a lot of rooms at, for our audience, they might be like, huh. I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm interested in bombing in front of people I love.
Here's my Dylan Cease note. You guys, of course, remember Dylan Cease from last week's show because he had entered the 9th inning, having thrown a career-high 115 pitches, but he went back out there because he hadn't given up a hit all game. He's a Blue Jay. John Schneider is their manager. And when asked after the game, John Schneider said, "I'm a fan of baseball."
And apple pie and democracy.
I think if a guy has a chance to throw a no-hitter, you let him do it, and you make adjustments after that. The fact is, Dylan Cease went out there, gave up a hit immediately, and was yanked from the game. Gave it a shot, didn't get it. And everybody survives, lives to see another day. Who was it a couple weeks ago? There was a guy who had a perfect game.
Yuri Perez.
Now what? It was through 6?
7.
Through 7, only 99 pitches or 90?
90.
I think early they said the limit was 90 because he had gotten off the injured list a month ago. It was like his 4th start after being on the injured list. And but we weren't thinking about, again, thank you to John Schneider, but which leads us to a baseball note. If you look from 1901 to the year 2015, there was never a pitcher who had a perfect game through 6 innings and got pulled.
Wow.
So, hey, 6 innings are done. It's been perfect, pulled. From 2016, for the next 10 years, 2016 to 2025, 3 pitchers were pulled with perfect games through 6 innings.
That's crazy.
And,
That's crazy. And you know what? Real quick, it stands to reason that there would be more of them as pitchers are getting better, right? Pitchers dominate hitters more now, but we have fewer perfect games because you're not allowed to finish the job.
This 2 weeks ago, it happened twice in 4 games where a player had 6 innings of perfect baseball and got yanked. So never in 115 years, 3 times in the next 10 years, and then it was twice in a week. That is where we're going with in the world of Major League Baseball. But maybe he won't get injured then. That's great.
Well,
I just want to look at the long list of pitchers who careers ended because they tried to get that perfect game. I'll tell you what there are. 0.
In that is, you can't provide that sort of evidence. I would just say, for the dorks, they're probably, like, I know that they are. Now, they may be overcompensating for it, but they're looking at, like, deep, deep numbers of, like, they're looking at Skeens right now, like, what's wrong with him?
Have
and
you seen
it's
this?
like, well,
yes,
it's and so people are like,
That's
hey,
part
this
of
is
my
where you
notes.
notice something, this spin or something like that. So if they got Yuri Perez out there and they're like, I don't know, that looks a little then maybe. But what I don't want to hear from anybody is about baseball's record books and how sacred they are because this sort of change to the way that pitchers are treated is almost akin to introducing the forward pass. Like, you're never going to have another perfect game. So, like, why do we even, you know what I mean? Like, unless we're going to.
No, that's not true. Like, Dylan Cease had, again, he had a no-hitter going into the ninth. You're never going to have another perfect game, maybe with the Miami Marlins manager. I don't know. But there are certain guys who, that's the thing, when you just throw this number out, the number is 100. Really? Like, at least lie to it.
Too,
make it 94 just to make it seem like you.
Well, if they really wanted to be able to prove that point, they would be weighting each pitch and being like, because not all 90 pitches are the same, right? So if you've thrown 90, but like 40 of them were less stressful,
right?
Like, they're just picking numbers too, is my point. To your point, they're just, the people who are on the logic side are just picking numbers.
Yes. Because it sounds right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 9 innings. Yeah. Anyway, we love baseball, folks.
We do, and we also love Qualis Roofing. Despite being a roofing company, they're kind of the foundation of this whole operation because we got involved with them early, and I think that was probably our first time of being like, hey, business can be good. Mm-hmm. These people seem to really be helping people. We've never really heard a bad word about Qualis. Tons and tons of listeners.
See if you could change that.
Yeah.
The whole bad word thing. Have them come out and just challenge
It's
them.
a challenge.
Yeah.
It's a challenge. We were telling you just a couple weeks ago they gave a free roof to a lady, a widow who had insurance situations. TC went out and filmed that, met a bunch of their people. They're just great people, and they'll obviously take care of you and your roof. The main thing is getting that roof inspected because it's free. From there, maybe you have roof issues, maybe you don't. But if you do, they're going to handle all of it. It is a hassle-free process, not hassle-full. QualisGC.com or 817-500-9008. There is one name to know for roofs. It's Qualis.
Qualis Roofing, we've got drones. Here's Jake with the Dumb Zone News.
All right, well, first off, we'll start with a little bit of entertainment news. Rest in power to Dr. Grant. Sam Elliott, the actor, has passed away at the age of 78, diagnosed with the bad news is it was non-Hodgkin lymphoma, and I think you want Hodgkin lymphoma. It's actually
really
just don't you always hear it? Like, oh, God, he got non-Hodgkin lymphoma.
Yeah, what does that mean? We don't know.
Don't know, but it sounds like if there's a choice, I'll take Hodgkin.
Yeah.
Because Sam Neill is passed away.
Wait, what was he?
Many people
remind us who he is. Why do you say this is a big deal? Why would it be in the news?
Well, Dr. Grant from Jurassic Park was his biggest role, right? But
and
I mean,
you're
he's
in Hawaii. You're within an 8-iron of the filming of.
Courage for even doing the show.
I know, and dude, see, that's the other thing. Like, I don't know if we've talked about it much on this show, but you know how they talk about like the Galapagos is untouched, right? Like, it's just pure. Well, in Hawaii, you don't think about it, but it's kind of the complete opposite because so many different people have stopped over here and left stuff, and you've got this and the mongoose and the chickens. That's why the plants look so crazy, is that you're in the middle of seeing all these like tropical trees, and then there's like a bunch of Christmas trees. It's like the plants really are, to me, like the star of this island, and that's what's the big part about Jurassic Park. And then also just that Dr. Grant was cool as hell. He was like a macho scientist. I mean, he wasn't as cool as Goldblum, but no one is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sam Neill, 78 years old. Rest in power. We have some extremely Texas summer-related news here all throughout the news today. We'll start with a Louisville man who over the weekend had to be rescued. Several units of the Louisville Fire Department from the shores of Lake Louisville where he had fallen down a bank. So they had to use like one of these it's called a Stokes basket, which is it looks like a gurney kind of, where they lower it down and they pull you up on it. Essentially what I'm telling you is, if you're a fisherman, this has got to be like the most embarrassing thing to ever happen to you. You think this guy's going back to the bar, the VFW this week, and they're like, hey, I was fishing Saturday, Glenn. You catch anything? Guy's in he's in ICU.
Huh.
Expected to live, but yeah, he's just out like on the rocks at Lake Louisville, slips and falls, and you're done. You're stuck.
So what I remember from this Stokes basket thing is, do you remember, now looking it up, it was a injured hiker in Arizona who couldn't walk. They put him in the thing, and as they're
we were laughing at how it looked. Yeah.
No.
Oh, go ahead.
As they're bringing him up, I guess the wire had gotten turned, and so on the way up, he's just spinning all the way up into the helicopter.
Looks like a top.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's great. The guy gets up there just vomiting. A couple of other very July-like stories. We'll stay at the lake. A 19-year-old in North Texas has been arrested and charged with tampering with evidence. Now, what we have here is there was this kid who's 19 now. I gather he was 18 a few months ago because they first interviewed him at high school. You got an 18-year-old, a 17-year-old, and another 18-year-old. They all jump into the lake near in Rowlett. So what?
Lake Ray Hubbard?
Ray Hubbard. I was can't remember if it was Rockwall or Ray Hubbard. So the three of them all jump in. And one of them, the other 18-year-old, drowns. So after that, they ditched the kid's clothes, and one of them got his cell phone and deleted any messages between the two of them from it. And they found all this later.
Yeah. It's not just on the phone, dummy.
No. Now the kid says his kid.
Are all those
now.
texts saved somewhere?
Yeah, through the carrier.
Dude,
yeah.
If
you want them,
the words are okay. I didn't know if it was just that you sent a text, like the.
I think it is just the text, unless you get like a warrant, and then you're getting all of it.
Yes.
They could probably.
Okay, I didn't know it could
easily.
get all the words. I just thought it could get the date. Oh, yeah, you clearly sent a text, but I don't know what was sent.
No, all those court documents, that's pulled from the carrier. It's not on the phone.
Because didn't, Brady delete his phone and stuff, too?
Yeah, that might have been back then, though, and they couldn't get him. But I don't think that this is a case that has anything to do with race. But the kid who died is black.
Oh.
But they were friends. Like, it wasn't,
yeah.
You know, they were texting the day before.
And where were they? Where did they
Lake Ray
die?
Hubbard.
Okay.
Rockwall.
The kid, I think, went to Saxe High School. The one who's 19 and has now been arrested, he was 18 at the time. The other one, they say they're arguing a little bit of prisoner's dilemma here over who actually deleted the messages and threw the clothes away, but they are admitting they did it. And his family wants answers, but it's like, the answer might be the kid drowned. I know that dumbass kids jumping in the lake off a bridge.
Yeah, but once you're deleting the
messages.
stuff, that makes it look like, well,
no doubt.
If it was just a simple drowning, why would you do all that stuff?
Yeah.
Why would you go to the lengths to delete it? Why wouldn't you just say, like, oh my gosh, my friend just died. I'm just going to run and report it right away. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance that a couple months from now, what I just said sounds stupid because we learn more, but. And then another very July Texas story. Friday night, a Fort Worth family had their home explode. Why? Because they detonated a giant firework.
Sweet.
Did it aim at their house? What happened?
Now, they say that somebody threw this firework at their house. The official cause is under investigation. They say that there was a firework thrown towards their car in their street. The wife's car blows up, catches on fire, and now the house is on fire. I was not really aware. that you could just toss a commercial firework towards a house, or I guess a car, and blow it up. But
yeah, that seems very Grand Theft Auto.
It does, dude.
Dude, last night. I'm sorry to step in front of you, but there was a house probably 100 yards from mine catch fire last night.
Damn, dude.
And I heard the siren, saw the lights, walk out, and from my driveway saw the flames. Scary.
I remember that happening in my neighborhood a couple times. Not like that, maybe not that close, but both times I remember walking up there barefoot. At
I was outside
10,
barefoot.
11, everyone is.
Yeah.
The whole neighborhood
out
yes.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
all the
because-
kids, wives in robes, got the face mask on or something.
So
You're like, look at it burn.
How I heard about it was a guy in my neighborhood is police scanner guy, and heard about the fire department dispatched to my street, and he posted on Facebook, and then everyone comes outside, and we're just watching this freaking house burn.
Do you have a Ring camera?
Yeah, but my wife controls it.
Okay, because Ring now alerts me shit going on.
Yeah.
That there's a guy in the next neighborhood. It's like the Nextdoor app thing.
Nextdoor's.
Yeah. No, this was the big deal at the Super Bowl, right? Like,
did we ever do this? Read from Nextdoor?
No. Should we?
It's a good bit.
Well, there used to be a Twitter account that would do it, but this was the whole controversy with the Super Bowl ad, right? Is that they were like, oh, if you lose your dog, and it's like, well, why did the alert say Mexican? Like, clearly, it's more than your dog.
Yeah, I need to look, but I got a weird one this weekend. But I liked it.
They say that,
maybe like a weather. They'll give you a weather update on the on the Ring. I'm just saying, Ring is stepping into. I don't know why. Like, hey, I don't need you for this, but thanks. You're right. It is going to storm later.
They say that, back to the Fort Worth story, that if this is rolled fireworks, it'll be the second house in a week in Fort Worth that was blown up by fireworks. Which just feels very perfect, right? Like, you got everything left over from the 4th. You're out drinking beer on Friday night. You're like, oh,
it's just,
I'm bored.
Why do we only do it on July 4th? Why not July 11th? Yeah, that's what they were saying.
And, of course.
That's what they were saying.
And there's places in the country where they're not so uptight about it. Let's see here. What do we want to make sure we do? Where do you guys fall on donating blood?
I used to do it a lot, but
do it.
I don't anymore.
Especially if you're O negative.
Did you used to do it for money or for help?
I used to think that made you a good person, and then I realized it didn't.
It does.
You're not doing much.
I did.
No, yeah, I think you are.
I did plasma in college once for money.
Yeah, that's the one you make money off of.
You ever see that go wrong?
No. What do you mean?
We knew a girl. I don't think she had really done it like a crazy amount, but I knew a girl, and she was very attractive, who was in our friend group, and she had it done, and her arm looked like she had gangrene for like 2 weeks. It was disgusting.
I know they take your blood out, then they take the plasma out, and then they put the blood back in, and it's very cold going back into your vein.
You gotta get your aluminum blanket, like you're in a war zone.
No, I'm just saying it feels cold, a cold liquid. Going
I know.
back
When I've
into
done it,
your
they
arm.
gave me a blanket. They gave me like a whole. They had a whole. I've only done plasma once, also, but
it was college, and if you drink, supposedly you can get buzzed real quick if you drink that. You know, it's when you're in college.
The Plasma Donation Center at Oklahoma State is on the Strip.
Just a shortcut to get drunk faster. Are you past your little IV ordeal, Jake?
I mean, I've done it once post drinking, and it's still amazing. I was sick. Like, we had come back. Remember, I had the flu.
Well, you
like coming back
out
from
on one of our remotes.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you mean getting. Okay, I see what you're talking about. I don't want to be a jerk, but that guy might not have been very good. Right? Like.
But you had just said how you'd almost passed out like the week before getting an IV. It seemed like you're the lowest common denominator here.
It might be.
Were you drinking then?
But
no.
No. Oh, no. We were well past it then. But, like, the lady who did it the time before when I almost passed out. I'm not saying some of them aren't awesome, but it was like an esthetician, right? Like my wife and I went to, like a listener offered us like a spa treatment, and she was like, "Can I give you an IV?" Well, up to that point, the only IVs I'd had done were by firefighters.
All right.
And she did it, and then I don't know, whatever. I think I could probably handle it, Blake. Now, what happened to this last story? Okay. I do this one since Dan has a little bit of a history in this profession. In Fort Worth last week, there was a hotel staff member who was there at 4 a.m. This is Wednesday morning. And they were multiple suspects entered this hotel in Fort Worth. They bound the feet of the hotel attendant and then robbed the safe. And, like, I don't know if you've ever known anybody who worked in a convenience store overnight. I think Bob might have at one point, but I had a buddy who did, and it seemed terrifying. Like, being in the hotel, you know there's a lot of money in that. I mean, I say that. I don't know. I guess they could offload it every hour, but you're a sitting duck, dude, at the front desk of
in
like
today's
a beat-up.
day, though, cash?
This is not a nice hotel. So this may be a place where they're plenty happy to take cash because they're selling hourlies.
All right.
You know.
Convenience store, definitely. I mean, it's just every person I see in my TXB and Wiley is buying a lottery ticket.
Right.
Lottery is still very much alive.
So you know people need it, and it's just, man, something about the middle of the night, sitting behind a counter, just waiting on people. Okay, yeah, I hope not too many of you come in at once. And then the next thing you know, your feet are tied up.
Just feet.
I don't know why, but that's what it says in the story. But I guess if you think about it, if you had to tie up someone's wrists or feet, it's easily feet.
Yeah, you can only tie one of them up.
I only got enough rope for one appendage.
And I mean, again, in this story, it says, like, and then the victim's feet were bound. And it's like, these guys must have made a very practical decision about
then
how much rope they could have.
You're laying there or hopping around.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could probably beat you.
Damn it, Carl.
Did you ever see anything? Did you ever see anything weird in the middle of the night at the hotel?
No, not really. But now that you mentioned, like, there was no, like, security guy I could have called or anything. There was.
You are toast.
Yeah.
No, I've always wanted to work at a hotel, though. I love hotels. I love sleeping in hotels. I love cleaning in hotels. And I just think there's a lot that happens there. I told you that story one time before about my buddy who was hammered, staying in a hotel with his wife, middle of the night, and he tried to go to the bathroom, but he accidentally walked out into the hall.
That's a for real story. He was naked?
He was naked.
Got locked out?
He was locked out. So now, and his wife, you know, they're partiers. It's 3 a.m.
She's passed out.
Way gone.
She ain't going to hear, even if he starts
So
pounding
now,
on the door.
He, it's so funny to hear him tell the story. He went to into the hallway and removed a window shade. Like he took it
wrapped
off
himself
and wrapped it.
Walked down to the lobby.
Went down to the lobby. He said it's fallen off. They're like, what the
Yeah.
He's got to try to get back up there. They're like, how do we know that's your room? You don't have an ID. Your wife's name's on the room.
Yeah.
Just a mess. His wife was thrilled about that one. But anyway, shout out hotels and their
The Dumb Zone News.
How does it sound,
like and subscribe.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Viewer Mail Birthday is brought to us by Luciano Pavarotti.
Lucy.co/dumbzone. It is the premium nicotine for you. Like I said, my dad, not that it's for quitting, but he was making a switch, and I handed him some Lucy's, and he was like, this is fantastic. It is a premium nicotine pouch. It's got many different flavors, many different doses, the 4s, the 8s, the 12s. In the 4s and 8s, they've got...
They got 12s?
Wow. They have 12s, but they don't have the breaker for 12. But if you want a 12, they're also fantastic. It's the cleanest nicotine pouch you're going to find. And I completely lost my train of thought whenever you
Sorry,
said 12.
your dad.
They have the breaker in the 8s, and it's like a little flavor breaker. Makes it last longer. It stays hydrated. It's a great pouch. So check them out and get a discount with us at lucy.co/dumbzone. Promo code dumbzone. That is lucy.co/dumbzone. And here comes a fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every customer is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
All right, we have viewer mail birthdays here. Captain Coitus. I'd like to wish my husband, Bodie, pronounced like your dog's name, a happy C.J. Wilson birthday today. I woke him up in that special way while he wore a Powerhouse Dent Repair shirt.
That's an amazing callback.
What is that?
It was
Go ahead.
okay. So we were in Arizona for spring training, and this guy was secretly recording his wife having relations with people, and one guy showed up to nail this chick in his company shirt.
That's how the husband knew.
Yeah. And then that guy had to apologize. Sorry, I was made a hasty decision, had long hours. I should have worn a different shirt or something.
Oh, man.
All right, I woke him up spring training while he wore a Powerhouse Dent Repair shirt. He is a proud member of the Beehive.
That's great. Yeah, that checks. Awesome emails from Beehive members.
His leaders are the recoil on Sarah's Hepalas and Blake's sideline hog roof. I'm sorry, hog hoof. Oh, okay. I'm forgetting these. She knows the show better than I do. Blake's camel toe. I think that's what we're referring to.
Y'all were catching print.
Yeah. Can't wait. That's when I know football season's back. When I see Blake's camel toe on the NFL sideline.
Next to Burline.
Live, laugh, crank hog from Kyler.
Nice. That's a hot name for a female.
Dear Bracket Dan, today is my daughter Hazel's 228th day. Why celebrate this instead of her 365th day? Because I was 228 days old the last time the Dallas Cowboys won a Super Bowl.
Ouch.
This is from Jacob in Fort Worth. He says, I can't wait to indoctrinate her into the fandom. Watching Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders on Netflix, admiring Gene's art, especially Skymere, enjoying the fine brunch options at the Star, maybe even hanging a few NFC East champion banners if we're lucky. I'm excited for her to love the Cowboys as much as I do. Des caught it from Jacob in Fort Worth.
You know how whenever they have to solve a crime, they'll be like, we triangulated this data? I think that's basically me telling you, I saw the photo of Dak. He does look ripped, but it's not his whole body, and I think I just coupled that with the fake one. So I'm telling you, you guys are right.
Yeah.
And you wait until the middle of viewer mail birthdays to
Well, I looked in the break at this Cowboy account I follow. He looks like he's on steroids to me, just based on his head and shoulders. But I looked at it and thought, these guys aren't gonna. They're not gonna say this counts.
That must mean it really doesn't count, because he's not ever going to give us a little bit of a leeway.
No.
I'll send it to you.
Dearest Daniel, today is the birthday of fellow DF Liam Takahashi. He turned Cooper flag minus the number of times Dan has smoked a cigarette with Jake. His leaders are Dan's doomsday prepper amount of oatmeal and football players who signal for a first down even though the ball carrier is laughably short of the line. Play the field position game from Jonathan, the DF who bought Blake's grandpa's house.
Oh, yeah.
We have a listener who lives in your grandpa's house?
I think he's since sold it. I think it was a fixer-upper project, which it was.
Flipped it?
Yeah.
He find his stash?
His porn stash? John Holmes videos?
Boy, I don't think he's ever seen a second of porn.
Wow. Really? You think he has you believe in that?
Man, I'm going to be honest with you.
I can ask
my
him.
grandfather wasn't
there's
that
no
much
way.
older. I don't think my dad's dad or my mom's dad ever saw what we would call porno. Like, they may have seen a scene of Debbie Does Dallas or something, not even intentionally. But I don't think I don't think so.
I'll ask him if he's ever seen
your
a
dad.
I'll see if he's ever seen a Playboy.
Ask around the whole spot.
Do you think your dad ever fires up
and
some porn?
record?
No, I've asked him.
You've asked your dad?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. He's never gone to YouPorn. Never gone to...
No, definitely not.
Never shared a password with a buddy.
No. Dude, it's hard enough for him to remember his own password.
Yeah, because you got to make your porn password has to be different than your general passwords.
Yeah, because your general password is typically your kids' names, right?
That's a mistake you don't want to make.
You don't want your kids' names to be your general password. That's too easy. I guess. I don't know. And finally, we have Dear Dan, Jake, and Blake. Today is my 42nd birthday. Hashtag IJB for life from Garrett Jost.
One of my faves. One of my all-time faves.
All right.
Game Day Men's Health presents On This Day in History.
Did you say Game Day Men's Health?
There's testosterone high today. Testosterone,
Anyway, gameday.dumbzone.com. They will get you feeling better, man. You might be 50. You might be 40. Kind of starting to feel a little down, a little sluggish. It might be more than just age, though. Game Day can help you out with so many different things. They got that TRT replacement, of course. That's big. That's kind of their bread and butter. They've got the peptides they can offer you.
Please do. Take them up on it. Now.
Can help you with recovery or just certain other little things. You've got the vitamin, is it the B shot?
They'll take care of you. If that's what you need, they'll take care of you.
They can help that
just
old
going in there saying, look, something ain't quite right. Doesn't have to be a specific thing. They'll figure that part out from there.
Yeah. So anyway, gameday.dumbzone.com. Mention the Dumb Zone when,
That'll be my first stop when I land Wednesday. I brought some of my stuff, but not all of it. I need this next month to be juiced up.
The Grapevine location, I was driving by there yesterday on 26. Big, they got the big flag out there now. They got a big Game Day flag.
Like the capital of the world.
It could be the flag capital. Right there on Colleyville Boulevard.
Does that not look like steroid head and shoulders to you guys?
What are you talking about?
Oh, I sent you guys the picture. I thought you'd see it, but no.
You just texted?
It's just this cowboy account I posted posted a picture of Dak's head and shoulders and said, it looks like Mr. Freeze.
Yeah,
he just
that's
looks
a
giant.
Great comp, Mr. Freeze.
It just his shoulders and head.
But if you saw that and thought he was jacked, then...
Nah, you're right. Like you said, I looked at the Dak Yard photo and a fake photo and said, man, I'm excited for football.
Because that usually means a good year for your quarterback if he comes all buff.
Yeah, and coming off Vegas. I like that, really ready.
Well, that's his favorite city. You know why?
Well, at least he's not doing what his coach does and having a little lazy day.
So today is Monday, July 13th. On this day in 1903, the Texas legislature offered $50,000 to anyone who could devise a way to eradicate the boll weevil. This is an animal which had been destroying cotton crops in Texas.
Grandpa hated him.
Yep.
He was anti-boll weevil.
Well, if you're a sharecropper and you need to pick some cotton and those damn things keep eating it and destroying your crops, it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
They never awarded the prize.
And I feel like Dan's music life is something I'm so fascinated in. Because it's mostly missed him. Like, he didn't make it a big part of his identity. But I could have seen a world where you really got into the band The Presidents of the United States of America. That miss you completely?
What did they do?
What's their hits, Clayton? Where I'm going is they have a song called Boll Weevil.
Did they do Whatever?
Boll Weevil.
Dun, dun, whatever.
No, that's a comedy.
Whatever.
That's a guy's like a comedian.
Oh,
This
I
is
thought
like
that was called The
millions
President.
of peaches, peaches for free, millions of peaches, peaches for me. You don't remember that?
And that's not comedy?
Dude, it's sex music.
Oh.
It's all like innuendo stuff. So I would have thought
I don't know. I'll have to go see it.
they're just weird, and they're like avant-garde and weird.
On this day in 1923, they put up the Hollywood sign was first erected. A 50-foot tall letters spelling out Hollywood Land in 1923. It was dedicated to promote a subdivision. And then they removed the last four letters in 1949. On this day in 1972, there was an NFL trade. Robert Irsay owned the Colts. And Carol Rosenblum owned the Rams. And they traded teams. Entire teams. And why?
I'm tired of this one.
Why? Because so Robert Irsay bought the stock of the Rams. Yes, then traded it for the Colts. So he bought the Rams pretty much and then traded it to the Colts, or for the Colts. Why? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because Irsay wanted to because he lived in Baltimore? I don't know. But they traded whole franchises, and all the players had to move. Like every player had to move to L.A., and all the players that lived in California had to move to Baltimore because we just traded the whole franchise.
So weird. Like, I would have rather Nico done that.
Yeah, just trade the
You know
whole
what I
team.
mean?
Yes.
It's fine. Clean break me and let me just start over.
On this day in the year 2020, the Washington NFL franchise dropped the Redskins name and Indian head logo because of sponsor pressure. And then the team would be known as the Washington football team for that year, maybe a couple years? That was good times. Today is July 13th, this day in Dumb Zone history.
A few things here. Back to 2021, we said certain doctors are always old guys. For instance, podiatrists are always an old white guy.
That's a good point. I don't know that I've.
I don't like that one
remember
for podiatrist.
Mine's not.
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't see a lot of non-old white dentists. Male old white dentists.
I had a female dentist last year.
I haven't, man, and I bounced around a fair bit. And they're not like just white guys. They are old white guys. Are dentists creepy?
Yes.
Is that a known thing? I remember when I was a kid, my mom said that our family dentist had we stopped because he was a creeper. Like on my grandma or something. For real.
Grandma's hot, though.
He liked what he saw.
He was.
I've been drunk with my dentist before.
What that mouth? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. He just lived in the neighborhood that my buddy lived in and invited us all over one day.
Boy, no thanks. I don't want to drink, even at my worst, with a guy who's in charge of my health. That sounds terrible.
We were also watching the 2002 version of Hard Knocks where the Cowboys were on it. And Jerry would cut the players.
They call him into Jerry's office?
And yeah. And
I was early new Jerry when he was trying to figure out, okay, I don't have Jimmy around here anymore. I'm going to do stuff that coaches do.
Yeah, because it's certainly not going to be Dave Campo. What are we doing?
This was also the day in 2021 where Jake said he could take down 2 Spencer McKenzie's seafood burritos.
Oh, did I say 2 or 3? Was it 2? And I just pulled up.
This says 2. I remember I was making you do it. I don't remember how it ended.
Oh, I vomited.
At training camp?
Yeah.
What a waste.
I was eating it at the table.
What a waste of great seafood.
And you just vomited in a bucket? No. Ugh.
I can't wait to go back there, man. I can't wait. You know what I've been thinking about, Blake?
What?
I've been thinking about, I would love to have like some kind of a meal that costs like, let's say $30 for a really small amount, and I'm freezing, and then there's sand in it. And
I wasn't, the other day.
Why don't you just go to fucking Wendy's and leave me alone?
The other day I was kind of hoping to, spend about.
That's the worst. No, I don't want to hear you
$50
talk.
And still be hungry.
I try to provide these guys with an experience. It's a local business that's on the beach in Southern California.
4 miles.
God forbid.
I also
like
we
setting
go
my
enjoy
food
some
down
time and
together.
then it blowing away. I love that.
Just find a Chuck E.
I hate
Cheese
when my
while
food
you're
just
out there.
stays on the table when I set it there.
No.
I love having to go find it.
I love having to fight off seagulls from eating my $50 oysters.
Yeah,
What an
like
experience.
holding my hat over my food so something doesn't shit on it. I love that.
Oh man, I'll see you guys at McDonald's every night.
I love being hungry 30 minutes later. I wish I could be more like you.
I know, it gets you to try more foods.
Good assholes. You know it's me. There's always going to be pizza later.
I know. That was my first trip.
Well,
let me give you one more from 2022. This was during the rolling blackouts. ERCOT was asking us to conserve, which went well. We were wondering if what if we just all turn on our car air conditionings with the windows down?
Like all over DFW?
Everyone, collective effort.
But you got to be on max.
On max,
For it to
roll the
work.
windows down. Million cars in DFW.
Do you think in the
Could we cool
future
it
there'll
off?
be a dome over a whole city?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Because you can already dome 100,000 people, right? So why not just scale it?
They've messed around with this in the Middle East where they have like money is not tied to like logic, and it got messed up. But there are like communities. I'll send it to you. It's like out in the desert, and it's like a terrarium. It's like it's crazy, but it makes me think in my lifetime, no doubt. No doubt.
Other birthdays.
And of course, they will look back on the work of Pauly Shore and say that this entire prototype was started by him and whichever one of the bald ones got into God in the classic that is Biodome.
Weasel. Other birthdays. Rod Marinelli is 77.
Hey, when I was in NAM.
Jason Hatcher is 44. Former
Dude, he was a
Cowboy.
really good player. Straight up, might have been the best one tech they've had, or at least playing one, since Quinnen. I loved that guy.
Shin Soo Chu is 44.
Dan.
Lives in this neighborhood. Has a 34.7 WAR. He is not our War Games winner.
Let me say something about him. That was a terrible trade or signing. We all knew it at the time, and I know that because we have us reacting to it on Why Today Doesn't Suck. Like, this guy posted one 7 or 8 WAR season, and now we're doing this. Like, we panned it the second it happened. Now, the other interesting note is he's how I found out that there are countries where if you're good at sports, you don't have to go to the military. Because he won like a high school world championship and then didn't have to serve.
I think David Robinson proved that to you when you were little, right?
I don't think I was paying enough attention. But the point is that, like in South Korea, it's compulsory.
Yeah.
Like you have to do it in some form or fashion.
Anyway, Shin Soo Chu, not our War Games winner. That would be Yadier Molina.
Oh, God.
He is 44. His WAR is 41.6. But I did have someone emailing me a WAR thought this weekend that these are the kind of emails that I get into. That the defense plays too heavy of a part in the metric.
Depends on which. There's Fangraphs WAR, there's Baseball Reference WAR, there's a couple other ones. And that's always been a criticism. Like Ian Kinsler, when he would post like a 7-war season. People are like, what? It's like, well, he's the best at this spot. And catcher, they say, gets overweighted heavily.
Yeah.
In Yachty's case.
Spud Webb is 63.
I probably fell for a ball sack involving him at some point.
Well, no, he actually did win the dunk contest one year. Tony Kornheiser is 78. Harrison Ford is 84.
Hearing.
I don't know if I got ball sack, but I saw some Harrison Ford. Oh, can I speak of ball sacks? I thought you were going to do it in the news, but it's political, so maybe that you wouldn't. Who's the old guy that looks like a turtle?
Mitch McConnell.
Is it here? I think the reason I wanted you to do it in the news, the Mitch McConnell news, is that you had warned us about something many years ago, and we're now like in the middle of it, and I didn't know it happened already. We're in the middle of, is this real? Then I see arguments for a day on both sides. Yes, it's real. No, it's not real. So a day later, I don't know if the Mitch McConnell photo from the hospital is real or not. All I've seen is yelling back and forth. I've seen compelling, this is why it's AI. Let me zoom in on the newspaper. So I don't know to this second if that's actually real. I saw somebody say, hey, his office put this picture out. Where? I didn't see the office put the picture out. So what is the...
Yeah.
And I shouldn't... Why am I asking you? You think Dak looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm trying to give Jonah a ninth error. I think I'm with you. I don't know. I saw a pretty compelling case to me, but maybe it was fake. That photo exists without the newspaper in it. Now, was that a Photoshop where somebody had removed the newspaper? I don't know. I also saw that the kid from A&M is wearing like a Yankee helmet. Like it's got an NY on it. It's all very strange. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was like 15 or so years ago when I first heard the word deep fake, and the first implication that people were dealing with on it after porn was, what if this starts a world war?
Well, now I saw it. Yes, and I saw a deep fake. That was clearly a deep fake. Mitch McConnell was dancing around the room with his wife.
Well, yeah.
Okay, that was pretty clear. But the other,
Yeah.
Anyway.
For sure.
Where was I? Harrison Ford, 84. Actor Michael Mando is 45.
Well, hold on. Did you have something Harrison Ford related, or did it just make
Oh,
you
I
think
saw
of
some
Mitch
pictures
McConnell?
of him over the weekend, too, kind of looking.
Isn't
I
there
think it was
another
like
movie
shirt
coming out?
off. He was shirt off.
Yeah.
And he's all 84, but kind of, I guess for 84, looking kind of good. I mean, that's generally what happens, right? If you're like hot when you're 20 and you stay in shape, you're going to be kind of hot when you're 80.
Dude, unfortunately
or at least for an 80-year-old.
I think women get hotter when they get older, but this is a big thing women hate. Is like men a lot of times like get better looking. While they turn into trash.
Where are we? Michael Mando. He is Nacho from Better Call Saul. Cheech Marin is 80. And somehow seems to have had a revival. If you've ever watched a Cheech and Chong movie, you'd have to wonder how, why, who greenlit this? Like, what? Who said this was funny? Because I've watched them, even smoking pot. They're not funny then either. Like, I don't know where the funniness is. I guess
I would
just
agree,
don't
but
get
it might be one of those things, where coming to America, some people thought it was funny at the time. Maybe now you don't. Like,
Yeah,
I
maybe.
went back and watched. I saw some of Up in Smoke recently, and I giggled. Like, because it was the first time I had noted some of the jokes they were making. It's more than just pot, but it's mostly just pot.
Like they're driving in a car that's a big joint. It's burning.
Where's the weed, man?
Weed. Yeah, bro. Cameron Crowe is 69.
Great biography, according to my wife.
Oh. Tom Kenny is 64. He was on Mr. Show, and he is the voice of SpongeBob. Actor Kenny Johnson is 63. He was on The Shield.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da. That guy rules. Lemonhead, baby.
Ken Jeong is 57. This is him.
Gay!
When's he playing?
Community.
When's he playing Augusta?
Didn't he walk off The Masked Singer over something?
No, that's Ken Jeong, American actor.
Am I racist?
Wait.
No, that's
You're
the
not a
same-
racist because the name is. Oh, I thought you said Kim Jong Il.
Kim
I thought you
Jong
said Kim. I thought you started out by saying Kim Jong Un, and I thought Blake was doing comedy.
I said it's this guy.
Gay!
From Community.
Now it makes sense. I thought you said Kim Jong Un. That's why I said Masters. I thought Blake was doing a joke, like a funny. His name is Ken Jong. Sorry, I can't see you guys.
He walked off because they had Rudy Giuliani as the Jack in the Box contestant.
He wasn't the only one. There were other like Hollywood wokes who quit it at the same time.
All right, but if you begin your career saying "ha, gay," and then now you're walking off in protest,
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
a little
I don't
rich.
know.
Isn't he like? Maybe this is racist. Isn't he like a real doctor?
He was, yeah.
Okay,
Ken Jeong?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
but not the leader of North Korea.
Was he the doctor that got dragged off of that plane?
All right.
Kimmy.
Music birthdays today. Leon Bridges is 37.
817, baby. Used to work
Mark
at Bueno.
Mendoza. Mark the Animal Mendoza is 70 from Twisted Sister. And Jake
not gonna take it.
Will Champion is 48 for Jake.
Why do I know that name?
It says here Coldplay.
Sure. Coldplay. Speaking of, I was informed that Tony Romo was on Pardon My Take today and told the boys that he has been offered multiple NFL head coaching jobs by owners.
Shut
I
up.
look forward to. Coldplay, of course, was the feature of Tony Romo's wedding in the video that
He did not say that.
I'm telling you, this is not a ball sack. I haven't heard it. In my group chat, I've been told Romo says he's been offered multiple jobs on the show today. So,
All right. Well, we have to find that. There's no.
I know.
What's on Netflix? You can't record it.
He absolutely did not say that. All right. Other birthdays, we have Erno Rubik is 82. He invented the cube. And then our runner-up for Dumb Zone birthday of the day. You would think we'd make her Dumb Zone birthday of the day. Haley Welch is 24.
Oh, wow. Hot to
The Hawk Tua girl.
Hop to it, girl.
But our so you're like, how could that not be the Dumb Zone birthday of the day? Well, Jake, 69 years old today. Phil Margera.
Oh. Just the gold standard.
That is Bam's dad.
Hey, did they beat him up in this latest Jackass movie?
No, but
No,
he's
he's
in a
not
wheelchair
really-
now.
Yeah, he was at the premiere. Him
He's
and
in a
April were
wheelchair?
there.
He's only
Yeah,
69.
and people are like, "Oh, see, you think it's funny? This is because Bam was beating him up all the time."
Well,
I'm like,
they
yeah, I'm sure
shot
that's what it was.
Fireworks in his truck at 4 a.m.
Well,
Scared
no,
the
I think it's
Jesus
probably that
out
he's a
of him.
400-pound, like
No, it's
Delaware
irrelevant.
County
Irrelevant.
auto worker type. Like they don't tend to they don't look like Harrison Ford when they get old. I don't think it's because Bam punched him on the toilet.
Who is
You ever
doing
seen
it? Who is doing it first, him or Tom Green?
I think
terrorizing their parents.
I think Tom Green might have been doing it first. It was in a different fashion, and I was very involved in both those universes. I don't think it was a stealing thing. Because CKY, which was out before Jackass, they were doing it then. And Tom Green was only in Canada at the time, so Tom Green's is funnier. It takes a lot more thought to paint the hood of your dad's car with a graphic lesbian sex scene than it does to just throw an M80 at him. Dad, I thought you liked it.
Born on this day, now dead, Jack Kemp. The former NFL quarterback and congressman.
He knew OJ and my neighbor.
Born on this day, now dead, He Ping Ping.
North Korea.
The world's shortest man. 2 foot 5 inches tall. Lived till he was 21.
And he had a slave or no? That's the other guy.
He might have. Also, Julius Caesar. When do you think he lived? Yeah. Tough to say. 100 BC.
Oh.
And born on this day, now dead, Tyler Skaggs.
Oops.
Who died in Southlake.
Yeah, he died here, didn't he?
Yeah.
Very close to a cheesecake factory.
The Angels pitcher. Dead on this day, still dead. You boys will be interested in this. Kirk Christensen. The inventor of Legos. George Steinbrenner.
Give me something to step on.
Who owned the Yankees and died on this day in 2024. Richard Simmons, the exercise guru.
I feel like George has some connection to him. Like took his class or something out in Hollywood.
Richard Simmons? The exercise guy?
Yeah. Yeah, and don't you remember when he died too? Like it was mysterious. Like somebody had been keeping him. I don't know, there was a weird story. Like had taken over his life.
All right, closing remarks, real quick. It's brought to us by Frankel and Frankel, personal injury attorneys, 214 or 817. Then you dial all threes. They're awesome. Really would like you to go listen to their Business Wednesday from a couple weeks ago. They're great dudes. They are passionate about what they do, and they do help the little guy. Personal injury attorneys. If you find yourself in need, just remember the Frankels. 214 or 817. Then all threes. The only thing I wanted to mention, because I mentioned a couple things last week, it was like at the end of a show and it was like a swap shop type thing. We are looking to do something at a local bowling alley. If you know anybody who has any local connection, and I think I already have talked to a couple people, but we're just trying to plan out the rest of our year. And apparently you got to plan these things a little more ahead of time than next week. So I like to not plan, but we have to. So that's the only thing I wanted to throw out there. You have any closing remarks?
No, I'll just add to the bowling alley thing, like no restrictions, right? Like if you think, I know of a bowling alley that's like kind of dumpy, you still smoke there, you're talking to the dumb zone, right? So whether you've got a nice one, whether you got one, whatever part of town, let's cast a wide net and have some fun. No, I got nothing other than it's just glorious to talk to you guys, and I'm excited to do it again tomorrow when we'll be joined by Dave Raymond.
Adios, mofo.
We gotta go before this becomes a zoo. See you guys for drinks later.
Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe and type for my name if you want to watch more of my videos.